We give every glory and adoration, every exaltation. We come before thee this evening to present your truth to the whole world, that mankind may testify in time to come that it wasn't man that did it, that they had no strength of their own, they had no army, they had no weapons. All they had was the gospel of truth and of redemption. And behold, because their hearts and their minds were clean, because the Almighty found them unblemished, that was why they were blessed, and everything they asked for came to pass. That was why this same generation, this very IPOB shall endure, for flesh cannot be mortalized, but the truth of the Most High, who is timeless, who is ageless, shall prevail. And upon that very promise do we pray this evening, because your words are yea and amen. People wonder, how come you loved David so much? Man couldn't understand that David knew how to ask thee for anything that he wants. There was nothing that David ever asked for that he didn't give to him. That same secret is what we have. That is what we present before thee, to the hearing of the entirety of humanity this very evening, morning, noon or night, depending on where you're listening from. That we make this proclamation that your words are yea and amen, because you are God. Anything you say must come to pass. You are not man. Anytime, any word that you utter, documented by the sons of men in the Torah, in the scriptures, must come to pass. Because your spirit, you are not man, you are not mortal. Every word you utter must come to pass. And on that very premise do we anchor this very agitation. Because we go back to your scriptures, to your unadulterated, untampered with scriptures. In the book of Jeremiah we pray, chapter 16, verse 14. That is our prayer this very evening from where I am. You said, for you are Lord, you are God, you are the beginning and the end. There is nothing you created which can be equated nor used as an adjective to describe thee. You are bigger than all that man can ever imagine that you are. Only you is the beginning of time itself. That is why the ancients call you the Ancient of Days, the Ancients of the Ancients, for that is who you are. The I am that I am, and these are your words because you are God. You said that a time is coming. According to the prophet Jeremiah, you said that a time is coming, and that time is now, this 2020. You said the time is coming when people will no longer swear by me as the living God who brought the house of Israel out of bondage in Egypt. These are your words because you're God. You said a time shall come when people will no longer swear that this God of Moses, that led the God of Moshe, that led the Israelites out of the bondage and suffering in Egypt. Instead, these are your words, O Heavenly Father. With every reverence, humility, and submission, you said, instead they will swear by me as the living God, because you are living, everlasting, eternal, who brought his people out of the northern lands, out of the bondage from the north, for we inhabit the south. We are from the southeast. Oh Heavenly Father, you said, no longer will we remember you as the God of miracles that brought Israelites out of Egypt. We shall know thee as the God that delivered his children from the criminals and darkness from the north. These are your words. And you were talking about Biafra. We are now going to swear by thy name and say, this God of Biafra that led his children out of the iniquitous existence which Britain fabricated for your children. And you said we are going to return from where you scattered us, from where they are killing us in Indonesia, from where they are killing us in Malaysia, from where we have been imprisoned in Brazil, from all the places we are suffering, all the places where we are being humiliated at the moment. You said, I will bring you back to your own country, to the land that I gave your ancestors, because I am God and I have spoken. And who is man to say no to the word of God? Upon this we anchor all that we do. We have no strength of our own. Upon your promise that came forth from the mouth of the prophet Jeremiah 16:14, you said, I will deliver you from the bondage from the north. The world will no longer say, this God of Moshe that led the Israelites out of Egypt. They will say, the God of Biafra that delivered them from the forces of darkness from the north. You were very specific. You said from the north. And you are God, and may your name be blessed forever and ever. He said.
Abiobi, Abiobi,
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of us, depending on your time zone. This is Mazi's Maze. Please, as I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please, may you welcome others. It's very important. And as you come in, please hit the like button, because today's program, I think they will attack the program, but we must preach the gospel. Please, as you come in, hit the like button and share the program. It's very important. We are live at Ikechukwu Umadi Izumezu. Please follow us up from that page, like our program, and share our page. Share our program, please. It's very important. At Ikechukwu Umadi. This is our page. I have no fake accounts. All my page, I mention their names. I present to the world. I have no fake accounts. I have no fake accounts. So any place you see Ikechukwu Umadi Ezumezu, Oma Onwe Kwesi Nekwu, Omazi Ezumezu Kwesi Nekwu, any place Ikechukwu Ezumezu, Omo Nekwu, Yefu Ikechukwu Mazi Ezumezu Kwesi, that's our main page. So we are live at Ikechukwu Umadi Ezumezu. Please share our program and like it. We're also live at Ikechukwu Ezumezu. A lot of attack on this page. Please share the program and like it. And we are live at YouTube. Ikechukwu Umadi Ezumezu. Ikechukwu Ezumezu, I mean to say, sorry for that. At our YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu. Please, if you have not subscribed, please endeavor to subscribe on our YouTube. It's very important. It's very important so that when Facebook mess up, we can go to YouTube, and we can also use Twitter. Today we are not live on Twitter because I'm planning to expand this broadcast on StreamYard. But it's on make so that we can able to show on our multiple platforms at the same time. It's very important. And at YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu, the YouTube is doing fantastically well. I must be honest. Sorry, my network. Let me change this network. Mm. And I change it. I switched to another network. So we are doing fantastically well at YouTube. 240 people following us. So please, if you are not subscribed on our YouTube, please endeavor to subscribe on our YouTube. It's very, very important. Endeavor to subscribe on our YouTube. It's very, very important, and share our program there and like it. It's very, very important. And on TikTok, I told you that I told the hardcore, our fans, that we need to take our message to TikTok. And TikTok, it must have 1,000 followers before you can able to go live on TikTok. Please, let's hit on TikTok. Please go and follow me. Let's follow us. Let's follow us on TikTok. My account on TikTok is at Ezumezu Ikechukwu, at Ezumezu Ikechukwu on TikTok. Please, let's do it. I know you guys can do it. If you guys can do it on YouTube, you can also do it on TikTok. Let's go there. Let's go there. It's very, very important. And let's come to the message of today. Message of today is going to be wonderful as usual. I ga na-ekwu eziokwu n'ụma, Maazị Ezumezu nwa ekwensu. Onwere onye anyị fụrụ iri a wee bido. Eziokwu Chineke. Maazị Nnamdi said that we have 4 cardinal points in IPOB. We have 4 cardinal points. You must, he said, you must be fearless before your enemy. You must be fearless before your enemy. Second, you must speak the truth, even though you are standing alone. Even when you're speaking that truth, even if it will lead you to the death, you must speak that truth. Third one, we must help the need and the poor. Fourth one, I want a very good relationship so that you can have a relationship with Chukwu Abiyama. It's very important. It's very, very important for those of you who have not come across that IPOB 4 cardinal points. I want you to listen to it from our leader's mouth. It's very important. And today's program, if you have not recharged, those of you that in Africa, in Nigeria, I'm sorry, this program will take long. If you have not recharged, please go and recharge. My program will 2 hours. I know this will take almost 3 hours, but we see what we can do. It's very, very important. So please recharge and let's hit it up. So for those of you who have not come across the that 4 cardinal points, the 4 cardinal points, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, talk about. I think, let me see if I have it. Let me see if I have it so I can play it and you'll be able to hear it from Onyendu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. So it will not look as if I'm making it up. No. It's really important. So you hear it from Onyendu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu when he said this. The 4 cardinal points of IPOB. Okay, if I cannot able to get it on this thing, let me play it through my phone. There are a lot of videos there. So
you must live without fear before your enemies. You must speak the truth. Our family is based on 4 cardinal points. You must live without fear before your enemies.
Yeah.
You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death.
Yeah.
You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character that God may love thee. That's who we are. So what will be your words to those
Onanria, let's start again.
Family is based on 4 cardinal points.
Yeah.
You must do without fear before your enemies.
Yeah.
You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death.
Yeah.
You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character that God may love thee. That's who we are.
Yeah. 4. Upon Olia, these 4 cardinal points.
That's who we are.
No, these 4 cardinal points. I prove 4 cardinal points that Mazdan can told us. Excuse me. Onyendu told us we must remain fearless before our enemy, and we must speak the truth, even though it will lead us to that. So this comes to the point of our program today, and on our flyer, let's have it. On our flyer today, we have 3 topics we are going to talk about. First is freedom of man, Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Second is Lolo, Uchechi, Okwu, Kanu, broadcast on 5th of May 2024. And third is Oleze Ndị Igbo, Iwuanyanwu. This 3 topic is so important to us, very, very important. Please hit the like button, please, and share the program, please. Hit the like button and share the program. It doesn't take you anything to hit the like button. For those of you who are watching me from Facebook, it doesn't take anything from you to hit the like button. It doesn't take anything from you to hit the like button. It doesn't take anything from you at all to hit the like button. It's very important. So, anytime we come here, we must talk about the freedom of man and before any other thing. It's very important. Anytime we must preach the freedom of man and Kanu. We must pass the message to Bintanyako that this month you have no option. There is only one way. Only one way. Let Mazen Nnamdi go. You must let Mazen Nnamdi go. Or you answer. You answer from the case. Franklin and the bishop. Yeah, one Chineke. We do the leg one Chineke. Greeting from here. Greeting from here. No. You must. It's a must. You must answer from the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Or you do the needful. Or you tell Nigeria government, I can't continue with this case anymore. These are the things you must do. Answer from our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Or you do the needful. Let Mazen Nnamdi Kanu go. Because as a matter of fact, what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu represents is the wish of his people across the bar. Not only his people, all over Nigeria, Africa. What Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for is freedom of his people, also across the bar. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. And today, a lot of the reasons Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting is before you, Bintanyako. A lot of reason Onyendu Mazen, the IPOP leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, is before you. We see what's happening in Lagos. We see what's happening in the north. So you cannot tell me that you as a mother that give birth to a son, daughter, when you buy female for 9 good months, you want to pray the devil's hand and jail an innocent man. And jail an innocent man just because your husband and your son are corrupt. stand up as a mother and tell the Nigerian government, I cannot do this because I am a mother. I cannot do this because I have a conscience. I cannot do this because this man you are asking me to jail is innocent man. He's fighting for his people. As a matter of fact, some of the symptoms, the element that man is fighting for is before the world. We hear somebody from Yoruba, a Yoruba guy, talking about what the maltreatment of Igbos. This is what trigger Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to start doing what he's doing. He's fighting for his people. We also heard it from the north. So, Senator Sani talking about it. Also, another Yoruba man is talking about, and the Yoruba man say, if you use the word genocide, it's not too heavy. He said that's what they are doing against Igbo people. And this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. And you want to have the mind to jail such man that is fighting for his people, that is fighting for injustice to his people. If you succeed, that means Chukwu Okike Abiama never existed. If you succeed to your plan, that means the God the Igbos worship never exists. If you succeed towards your plan, that means the God our ancestors worship, the God we worship, Chukwu Okike Abiama never existed. Bintanyako, this month you must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or you answer that you cannot continue. Because we have pushed you to the wall. There's no place to escape. We have pushed you to the wall. If we have said that we stand on our Appeal Court decision 2022, that will be a gate heaven for the Nigerian government to do whatever they want to do. It will be a gate heaven for the Nigerian government to do whatever they want to do. It will be a gate heaven for you to pronounce whatever you want to pronounce. But I thank IPOB legal team, the wise counsel by Mr. Ako. I thank Kanu's family for standing in the path of the truth, irrespective of the storm. But they stand firm. They remain in part of the truth. Today, we are seeing what is happening. Mitanyako, I want you to listen to this video. If I continue, I want you to listen to this video. It's very important. Mazi Kene Christopher, you are welcome, Mazi. You are welcome, Mazi. You are welcome. Please hit the like button as you come in and share the program. Bintanyako, I want you to listen to this video. It's very important. To this short clip. It's very important.
Elaboye Boshishe. My good people, while we are all looking and watching, the Lagos state government is committing genocide against a group of people. I know you would think that genocide is too big of a word to be used, but in a situation whereby a particular group of people are being targeted because they don't vote for you, because they are not from your tribe, you are destroying their livelihood, you are destroying their shelter, you are packing them at random and dropping them off in the middle of the night in different bushes around Nigeria. And these people now end up killing themselves. Who do you think killed that person? The man who took his shelter, the man who took his livelihood, the man who tried to run him insane is responsible for that. And that is what is going on with Igbo people in Lagos. The Lagos state government is particularly targeting Igbo people, and I do not know why. I know that majority of you Nigerian Yorubas are happy. Nítorí àwọn ọ̀lẹ ọmọ onílẹ̀ ló pọ̀ jù láàrin wa. Onínú wa ṣe ń dùn. It is against the God of our land for us to reject any sojourner. It is against the law of this Tafida relationship kí a fìyà jẹ àlejò. Governor Sanwo-Olu fìyà jẹ àlejò. Wọ́n wó ilé àwọn Igbo. Wọ́n da ọjà wọn rú. Wọ́n kó wọn láàrin òru, wọ́n lọ drop wọn sáàrin igbó within Nigeria, and we are all looking. This thing will backfire. This will backfire, and I am calling on the federal government to pay attention to what is going on in Lagos State. Ní ayé àtijọ́, when trailers are coming from the north, one ko oúnjẹ wá ni, they will bring cows, they will bring gari, bring everything. Now, all they bring is Almanjeri people. So all these young, capable people who are ready to fight war. That is what they bring to us. The Lagos State governor did not see it necessary to deport those people. But those people who have invested, who have taken Lagos as their life, create livelihood there, are the one being targeted by Governor Sanwo-Olu. And this is a policy of Lagos from the time of Governor Tinubu. They have been deporting Igbo people from the time of Shafa Shola. You remember the Oba of Lagos actually threatening to go and drop Igbo people, gather them and go and drop them in the lagoon. Have you forgotten? That is the meaning of genocide. And that is what is being practiced by Lagos state government under the watch of His Excellency, President Tinubu. And I am begging on the president to pay attention. Pay attention. Bí ogun civil war ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ sí rèé o. These are the things that led to military taking over in 1966. Please, pay attention to what is happening in Lagos. It is a crime against humanity what is happening in Lagos. It is a genocide against Igbo people. Omo Yoruba ni mi, and I am shouting out now because I know when it backfires, gbogbo wa ló máa kàn. Elabore o, about our dogmacy, please.
Bintanyako, hope you understand what this guy said. This is one of the reasons man's nation is fighting. That man that's standing before you, that man that said to you that he will defeat Nigeria government in your court, this is what he's fighting for. This is one of the things he's fighting for. And first of all, I must appreciate you, sir. That shows that there's a lot of Yorubas that don't like what is going on. And there's one thing this man said. I'm not going to go deep because I have a lot of videos to play tonight. He said that this is what led to 1966 coup. That the first coup in Nigeria. You see, but they target Igbo coup. They know that what led to that coup was at the act of corruption. Act of corruption. I thank God the Yoruba man can be to point it out here. But we appreciate you, sir, for speaking this truth. Now, I want Bintanyako, I want you to take a look at this 2 minutes video or a minute and video. Take a look at this video.
Happening right now at Mende Villa 1. Mende Villa 1. Happening right now. 2 hours to pack out. 2 hours. That was what the Lagos state government gave. 2 hours to pack out. And they are here, they are demolishing. Mende Villa. This is in Maryland. 2 hours, oh. Now they give us to take back out. 2 hours. This is in Nigeria we are in. No. 2 hours they gave to back out of us. Where do we want to put all these things to? Look, these are our property. Not only us, so many people. There are vehicles everywhere. Parking. 2 hours. 2 good hours. Nigeria, my country. People are jagbaing. They said they should not jagba. 2 hours, Lagos State. God bless you now.
Yeah, sorry, no. Binta Nyako, do you love the voice you had, that voice of that woman crying? Do you love the voice? I hope you're enjoying the voice because it's an Igbo woman. The property they are destroying belongs to Igbos. And the woman said 2 hours. This is one of the reasons Nankan is fighting for his people, telling them to come back home, telling them that Biafra is our home. Biafra is the only hope. Because Nigeria have rejected our leader, Mazi Kanu. He doesn't want what happened to his fathers to happen to him and to his children and to unborn sons and daughters. This is what that man you are holding is fighting for. This is one of it he's fighting for. And you want to tell us that he will jail a man that's fighting for his people, a man that's fighting for people that don't have hope? It's impossible. I say it's impossible. You can't. It can't. If you succeed, like I said before, that means the God we worship, does not exist. Bintanyaka, I'm still on you. I want you to listen to this man again, another man again. The message he point out, what they are doing to Igbos. I want you to listen again. To listen from this man. So you will know that that man standing before your court is a freedom fighter. It's not a criminal. It's not a terrorist. I want you to listen, Bintanyako. Listen to this man.
Pointed at David Umahi. Those are the kinds of statements I don't expect to hear from a senior government official. And, he's a man I tend to respect, because he's a hard-working individual. And, he knows his onions when it comes to engineering and Ministry of Works and roads constructions and things like that. So I have a lot of respect for him. But particularly I felt offended by that statement, because I've said it on this program severally. I detest the dog whistling of an entire ethnic group in Nigeria. And let's call a spade what it is. It's becoming one too many that we want to consistently and continuously scapegoat the Igbo ethnic tribe in Nigeria, and it's unacceptable. It is unacceptable because there is a history of violence targeted at that group since 1953 in our country. Listen, Caesar, a meeting was held in Lagos, not necessarily a meeting, in Parliament. Anthony Nahoro moved a motion for the independence of Nigeria. The North opposed that motion, and at the train station, when they were going back to their constituency, they met a crowd that was essentially mocking them. They got back to the North. Chief Akintola led a tour across the North, to campaign essentially for the independence, to rally the North in support of Nigerian independence. Guess what happened after that? Riots broke out in northern parts of Nigeria, particularly in Kanu, where over 240 Igbos were massacred. Were they the ones that demanded for Nigeria to have an independence at that time? In 1966, particularly in May, months before the Civil War happened, thousands of them were massacred across northern cities, and they had to flee to the east for safety because thousands of them were indiscriminately killed for what they knew nothing about, right? So let's not even talk about the Civil War. and the hundreds of thousands that were massacred, and the fact that after 1970, this entire ethnic group had to start from the scratch again to begin to build their lives. And she said, look at what they have done since 1970. A group that left or started from nothing, went to Bauchi, went to Kanu, went to Meduguri, went to Akure, went to Ogun State. And look what they have built in 40 years of hard work, grit, and no support from the federal government. Look what they have done from themselves. But what we consistently and continuously do is to signal hatred and violence against the group. And this thing has to stop. We can't continue a country. Listen, if you don't want a group of people to be a part, let them go then. I don't understand this. Every turn, there has to be an excuse to single out an ethnic group. I take a typical example. Just like the past elections, I heard people telling, how can the Obi, for instance, have scored 98% in certain states in the north? How can he have scored 90%? Muhammadu Buhari, under a PDP-led federal government, scored over 90% votes in 4 northern states. Go and check the results in Katsina. Go and check the results in Bauchi. Go and check the results in Jigawa. He scored over 90% in those states under the leadership of the PDP as the federal government. So it was okay for Buhari to score over 90% in his own core constituency, but something utterly went wrong when Obi did it in the southeast. This ethnic group have always been part of a nationalist political party and never really have ever built a regional movement. All the times they have supported a political party have been national political parties right from the NCNC.
Yeah, true.
They have a stakeholder in the PDP. They don't have a regional party in the sense that we had ACN in the southwest, in the sense that they had AMPP in the north. They did not have the behemoth of a regional political party. So where is all this hate coming from? Where is all this hate coming from? They tell you now, for instance, that they have a rabid mob who are harassing people on the internet because their candidate lost. We have very short memories. In 2011, a candidate lost in this country and over 800 people were massacred in violence in the north. I so know this because I personally saved 11 core members and were hidden in my father's hotel in Kanu. So what are we saying? 800 people were massacred because of the ambition of somebody in this country. And suddenly we are losing our minds because we are saying people are insulting you online and they're a rabid mob. Let us stop this. Let us stop this ethnic dog whistling. Let us stop this ethnic baiting. And this thing should not continue. We are one people, one country.
So, Bintanyako, I hope you listen. This is not an Igbo man. This is not an Igbo man. I leave it as an assignment to you. Figure out who is this man, where is he from. And the reasons he mentioned, all the things he said, is the reason Maazin Nanikan is fighting for his people. Is the reason that man that's standing before your court, that man they are bargaining for you to jail. That is what that man is fighting for. They started killing us. God knows when. He had him said about Anthony Enelo from Edo State, from Ulomi. Raise an emotion about independence. And our people, my fathers, my mothers, were slaughtered. We are died in the north. And you want us to remain in this way, in our own land? In our own land? It's impossible, Bintanyako. That is why that man that's standing before you let me use the word Jesus according to Christianity. That man that's standing before you, that man is Jesus of our time. That man is a savior of our time. You cannot mess with that man. It's impossible. You cannot mess with that man. That man that's standing before you, your court. According to the Bible, God, if I use the name I will use is Jesus. Is that man. The name I will use is a savior. Is that man that's standing before you. Igbos are more than 70 million population. And everybody is speaking, release that man, release that man. Across to the west, they are saying, release that man, release that man. In the so-called North, they are also saying, release that man. How about in the world? How about EU? How about UN? America? They say, release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. And you think you want to play a kangaroo judgment. It's impossible. It's impossible. In case if you don't know, that man that's standing before you in your court did not send himself. No? His mission was ordained spiritually. He was born for this. He was born to come and rescue his people. He was born to come and save his people. And you think you can jail that man? I pity for you. I pity for you, Bintanyako. I pity for you. I will stop it here because I have a lot of things to say. This is a message from Bintanyako. Please, you guys should call this and send to him. Tell him, this is a message I have for him. On 20, hands up from that case or do what? Release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. They won't. Now, let's go to Lolo, Uchechi, Okwu Kanu, our first lady. Please, you people should tag Lolo, Uchechi, Okwu Kanu, our first lady. Gwanye na Maazị Ezumezu nwa ekwensu na m bịa n'obi ya. Abịa m maka ya. First of all, mwa Maazị Ezumezu nwa ekwensu, mma bụ the last person to castigate you. To castigate you. To castigate you on media. I will be the last person to do that. But I will tell you things you need to know. I will like to inform you when you are making a mistake without insult. Because any insult given to you is not you. They are giving the insult. That insult is to our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. That is why I, Maazị Ezumezu, I defended you 100% when people from Simon Ekpa insulting you, castigating you, calling you names, calling you all kind of names. I defended you in my capacity. And it will be of foolish that I will turn around to castigate you on media. No. But if I have a way or see you one-on-one, even the about Tata Lolo, our first lady, Obolo insult. But can Baziego no boss also young one can Abazil, Nana Bazquonia Dundun. Can Baziego no to avoid Ebi Naga? Ke will never wait away Woji before Chaban Ejie. That's very important. You made us to understand that you believe in spirituality. I'm not disagreeing. I did not disagree that. But in the one name, man, who can go about no. And again, in my program, if you check all my program, I hardly castigating women. No, because some we respect our women. I'm the life of a woman. Lolo Uchechi Okwu Kanu, gee Akwaka ege ntị. Akwaka ege ntị. Ka m na-akụrụ gị aka na ege ntị gị na ihe m na-ekwu. Ọ dị very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Ka m na-akụrụ gị aka na ege ntị gị na ihe m na-ekwu. Ọ dị very, very important. Ugwu nwanyị udie. Ugwu nwanya udie. Ugwu nwanyị izizi udie. Ugwu nwanyị nke ịbụọ wu the family ebe o si ebe a nụrụ ya. I want you to know Uchechi udie nke izi. Uchechi nke ibuo we ebe anụrụ ya. Ebe anụrụ ya. Family ebe si wee nụ ya. O nwere nlọ ịgwara anyị na ịlọrọ nlọ according to you. But it gwara anyị the full stories, the full stories, the details of nlọ ịlọ. But the little ịgba ikwu ka njide wee tụọ elu obere azụ first. Ikwu that na ịnọ na nlọ ịgwara onye ndu abati nlọ that nlọ ịlọ. Ịnọ that nlọ, you find yourself in Afalabi Ibeku in the compound ebe anọgụ na palace ikwu. Then it was a fence here land nwere ụzọ eji ebe na that palace. You now jump the fence and you say you done the consequences. You jump the fence. This even ikwu, I'm quoting you. Or ikwu na nlọ ịlọ. But he did not tell us the more. The next thing now, if it was the late Okwu Israel, father of our leader, then give me an echo. I don't want to talk about that, but let me tell you, that fence and way for that fence and is in a for nanlo. That fence is in a for nanlo. That fence is in a for. I want to get who's that you at the compound. If for that fence, ordinary. Go and ask. Ijuese. Man that now it's not an ordinary that ever no in Abata buy a fence, no way to enter, nothing. You know, but you jump the fence. Or a right thing, or a good thing. But you can also do it. You can also redeem it. Ozuko no when I got on there. Ozuko. Naji. But I'm very careful the word mutually use. God will not make attack, you know. I'm very careful the word mutually use. That I don't make it was going. Ozuko that now. Let me say that now. Odoloma. Let me use the word odoloma. So check your one on maybe the method or maybe the method. Try ya maka gini company is ni anogo anotarunia. Yeah, you might well in that one. That beam is was it's now about the fence and you jump the fence and you bear the consequences. You jump the fence. So check yourself. Emmanuel, take it off social media. Because when you put on social media, mama hit it, mama kumaki now. Take it off from social media. Take it off from social media. Take it off from social media. And not even very easy. Uchechi udie. Nke ibuo compound ebe anọrọ ya. Family there. These are the two things. So, all that didn't happen ebe anọrọ. A face here land, gate mechie, no way to enter. You force in that jump fence. It's not a good thing. Joyce. Okwu la la akala onye Koreano. Okwu la la akala onye Koreano. Ịmara ebe anọgo udo na ọnwa amaka. Ka kwụsịrị ebe anọ for that. Ka kwụsịrị ebe for that one. Now, when some videos may play, 2 videos in court. I am my address here. 2 videos. But before then, Biafrans that went to Legun. When a woman, when a housewife meet a general that's fighting for that before the war that is in middle of fight or middle of war. When a wife meet a general, Working on Nilo, and dear with general, and our wife meet her. That general will tell our wife what she need to hear. That general will tell the wife what she need to hear. But the general will continue his strategy to win the war on a fight. Let me explain myself better. When a wife of a general meets a general that's fighting a battle, the general will tell our wife what our wife needs to hear, what suits our wife. But the general will not lose focus on the plan to win the war, to win his war. Like Putin weekend or anyone, whatever, appear to him. He will tell her what they need to hear. But Putin will not lose focus to win the battle on a fight in Ukraine. So, how Chonko will look at Gazebe Mazin Kanu. Mazin Nandekan is a general. And honor before the one and war. So, when you have beer, why are you say no? But he will not lose focus on my own name to win his war. Now, let's go to Lolo, some of your comments. Let's go to some of your comments. And it will be very good that I bring it out. Then when you talk finish, I can able to say something on it. It's very good. Look, go back can the on. So Biafra, first, let's start from 95%. Okay, let's listen to her, our Lolo.
So that very one question that I asked you, I've also told Mazichina, so but I won't say it here. That's the only question I asked him. Others he explained to me. He started all the conversations we had. He started it with me. He started it first. So the legal team, 95%. So when the conversation went on, I told him that 95% of our people are very upset, because that is what I gathered. I mean, our people, including non-IPOB members, are very upset regarding what happened with the legal team. And they are very disappointed, or were, or still very disappointed by this flop, and raised their concerns. So I also raised that to Onyendu, because I constantly heard the question before I saw Onyendu. I heard the questions. Oh, what does Onyendu's wife say about?
Okay, Biafrans. Lolo. Genti. You said that 95% are against the second of the lawyers, both Biafrans and non-Biafrans, non-IPOB. That's what you said. 95% are against. Lolo, let me tell you, when Sit at Home was cancelled, when we heard that Sit at Home was cancelled, all of us are against it. No, Sit at Home shouldn't have been cancelled, including me, because the Sit at Home worked perfect, 100%, 100% lockdown. Even Monday goes down. But I am when a man now they can go check upon the dozem to suspend that Sit at Home. As Onyendu, as a leader, as when I gonna more, on no go and wherefore you may future about Sit at Home. Because even ask now, what are the no orgy? Or man for you okay? took one away from. That seat at home was compliant 100%. Everybody. I had to happy. So, and that was when Kanu went on air and said seat at home has been cancelled. I had to happy, including me. I had to happy, but I did not call him names, but I expressed myself on writing that no. I don't need to say he cancel it. You know, the DOS is there. The team work 100%. But I have another man in about 3 days before on the 9th of August 2021 that situation should be cancelled. That means only Mazin Nandi Kanu are with stat room today. And you will believe with me, you agree with me that sit at home is the mother of all crime in our land today. That sit at home generates all those people, everything. No, that sit at home covers there, you know. People hijack it and everything. You agree with me? Someone hijack it. And a lot of things starting happening. But only then you go that. See, can suspend there. If you get even working on the way, I know more. So that boy down to the message with the Lolo in a going 95% that were happy. Only that this man cannot lead him to the way. That this man cannot bring him out. But he can now. But you see that thing that you speak to spirit. I'm not doubting that. Because everything here matter. Only your limitation in the name of spirit. Only be in a spirit. Or everywhere you. When they come, all called in the name of spirit. So everyone they make in. So it can go and do 95% at what happy. It doesn't count, it didn't move anything. But only in our gonna more. Only in our way is a prophet. Only in our way is a prophet. You watch out, okay, you want to so it doesn't matter. And it 95%, it 100%. It doesn't count. It doesn't matter. I believe. No kiwete ezekumude. Let's continue listening to you.
What is she saying about it? Can she do something about it? No. My answer is or was no and is no, because I want to make something clear. Excuse me. I only have the authority to make a decision or to appoint a legal representative to represent my husband if I realize that my husband is abandoned or has been abandoned by the legal representative in an unprofessional manner and feed Biafrans and myself with lies, as the case was in 2015.
Well, I are very important. When we are talking, then I can answer the question of what I will do when I know. Daniel, see that my brother, you don't understand what she said, what he meant. One meaning, she said 95% are not happy about the stacking of Ezekiel, including non-IPOB. Is it hard for you to understand? It's not hard for you to understand what he meant. That people are not happy about the stacking of Ejiofor and Ezekiel. That 95% of us are not happy. So, can you understand about it? It's not too hard for you to understand. And again, Daniel, if you want to come in, I can send you the link. You come in. You come and address us. I can send you the link. But you know my rules. Your camera must be open. And you don't have to insult to make your points. So let's continue listening to Lolo.
I know I mentioned in the past I'm writing a book, and everything, like I said, that has ever happened between myself in my life, ever since I got married to Mazi and the Kanu, will be found in the book. Is the book that even people all over the world are looking forward to reading, because it tells you about the art of surviving. It tells you that living is an art. So it is about me, it's about my life, but it teaches a lot. It teaches the spiritual part of things, and it teaches the psychological part of things as well. It is very educative. Anyway, so all of that will be found in the book. So in 2015, I had to make that decision because Onyendu was incommunicado, and I realized that I needed to take that action. And I swung into action and took that decision. Now, when Onyendu came out in 2017, his business with Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, it was between the two of them. My job was done and dusted. So Onyendu gave Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor a different brief entirely. So it was Onyendu this time around. So I have no business, or with the continuous representative of Onyendu by Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. So my answer to that was that no, Onyendu has the right to choose who represents him, as it's his right. Okay, so that is my answer. But when I had this conversation with Onyendu, in all fairness to Onyendu, I am trying now to make everybody to understand what happened. In all fairness to Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is and was against the attacks on Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and SAN Chief Professor Michael Zokeme. He was against it. Now, there is a certain person who counters every decision that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu makes. I will not call his name today, but if he continues to behave like an imbecile, I will call his name. And he will have to answer to Biafrans what actually happened. These rascals issuing these attacks disobeyed the instructions of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He instructed them to stay their slandering tongues, filled with lies and imputing fingers, but they disobeyed him. So nobody should actually fault Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he is in detention. He can't actually do much from where he is. So a certain person is using this opportunity, which I don't understand what his gain is, what he hopes to achieve. If this is just when he has just woken up from sleep to run a business, I don't know, to run freedom fighting organization, I don't understand. But this is not fair on Onyendu. That someone sits on the outside, create enemies, and tag them Nnamdi Kanu's enemy. Nnamdi Kanu is no enemy of Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and SAN Osokome. In fact, one of the lawyers did mention that Onyendu said when he comes out, he would go and visit Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Michael Osokome. So it is Onyendu's right to say, okay, I am not happy with this, I'm not happy with that. Stand by. There is a word called stand by, and I'm sure some of the principal officers in IPOB understands the word stand by. So you can say to your legal team, stand by, because I want this certain set of people to do this and do that and do that. There is something that Mazi Onyendu talked about. A certain application that was not done. But that application is evident, it is there. So who has given Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a certain application that has omitted what Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and his team filed? That is a question. Okay, so my husband said to me, don't get me wrong, I have no problems with Chief Ozokeme and Barrister Ejiofor. So this is for the people to understand, because it was a question that, to be honest, I was not even talking about, because I have so much to deal with. So all I get is, this is what I've done. I get a report from the legal team. This is what I've done. This is what we've done. This is what your husband said. And this is our next step. And I bear it in mind. It is for my knowledge. It is for me to keep up with what is going on, just in case I go in for interviews. I had no decision whatsoever. I had no authority whatsoever to tell them what to do. Okay. So when he said to me, I have no problem with Chief Ozokeme and I have no problem with Barrister Ejiofor, that he still holds them in high esteem. However, I understood that he may have acted on that advice, or on advice to take the decision to change his legal team. And I hope everyone is making a headway. I mean, you understand what I'm saying. So I understood that Onyendo may have acted on an advice to take the decision to change his legal team, which he yielded to for reasons which are not well seated with me, as the evidence, just as I mentioned a few seconds ago, is patent. All reasons are just best known to him. Though I had equally offered my advice as his wife in that regard, I hopefully expect a better outcome in the coming time. Before I just continue, before this very time in 2021, there was a certain time that the legal team were all gathered. Both the legal team, both Barrister Ejiofor and the current legal team now. And I spoke to them. And I said to them that Nnamdi Kanu is the tree that all of you have come. I mean, you're representing him. I asked this person, do you have a problem with this person? He said no. And I asked the other person, do you have a problem with this person? And that person said no. I said, that means you two can work together, because you need an information from Barrister Ejiofor to be able to administer the things that you need to. And Barrister Ejiofor also needs information from you to be able to carry out his part. And they both agreed. So there is this Confucianist who is so poisonous and toxic that does not sit well with him. He wants to create division. He wants to create divide and rule. Why? Do you even understand why we're looking for Biafra? If you're behaving in this manner, do you know what Biafra means? What it will take to
So I hope you guys listen. But before we can talk about it, please, if you want to comment about our First Lady, please take the insult away. No, I will not entertain any insult. If you continue with it, I will block you, please. Okay? If you want to air your view with respect or constructively, not insult. I cannot withstand the insult on our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm going to delete some message right now. I'm going to do some message right now. Biafra, hold on. Hold on, let me do some message I'm seeing that I don't like, so I don't want it to happen. You know? Okay. So if you want to comment, you can comment, but you must respect, okay? With respect, not insult, because any insult on our first lady is insult on our leader. So I cannot entertain that. No, never. Not Mazi ways. So first of all, the first lady, our Lolo, said that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is against the attack on Barrister Iwuanyanwu Ejiofor and the Zekome. That's what our first lady said. Our leader is against it. It's an attack on it. So that means Onyendu, our first lady told Onyendu about the attack on the Zekome and Barrister Iwuanyanwu Ejiofor, and Onyendu comment on this, say it's against the attack. Lolo, do you also tell Onyendu? Do you also told Onyendu the attack on your leaders, on your husband's family? This is a couple of questions I need to ask you before I go. Lolo Uchechi, do you also let Onyendu on the attack on his family? Do you also told Onyendu on the attack on his late parents? Do you also told Onyendu on the attack on the palace? Ebe a na-atụ ụmụ nwa, ebe ụmụ nwaanyị na-alụ ụmụ nwaanyị ibe aka n'ike. Do you also told Onyendu about it? Why Onyendu is against the attack on Iwuanyanwu Ejiofor and against an Ezekome? So for 3 years now, the attack on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family. So Onyendu did not condemn it. Onyendu give why that the attack on his family should cease. The attack on Madam Nenyanya should cease. Onyendu. So Onyendu again, the disobedience from Chika Paul Edoziem. Onyendu, are they happy with it? When Benjamin Madubugo went there, he came out and said Onyendu was angry about the disobedience of Chika Paul Edoziem. And we saw it the last time Onyendu appeared in the court. How Onyendu say, who is that bastard that he will give order? They will not obey. So, but he is quick to tell us about the attack on Iwuanyanwu Ejiofor and the Zekome. And again, you say that Onyendu are not happy about one particular application that they failed to file. One. No? One. The application, I'm at the application. Why did you tell Biafrans the whole truth about the application? Onyendu was angry about it. Okay, do you want me to remind you? That was the application. Even the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court said it, that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants illegality to be tried, he should have applied civil proceeding. He should have applied civil proceeding. And that civil proceeding, who got that only winning that case, that's civil proceeding. It was the wise counsel by the Stala Ejimako at Aba Umaya Federal High Court. So, what will Uchechi? Can't we walk? Well, you know, I'm not controlling myself. When they made this program, this program, because I had him so bitter, so hot. Now, I'm the pawn go walk into it, come and say, oh, man, okay. And oh, you can now. So, on that note, whatever the anger in me, my bet you, my benu, if not, when they think the money will timbo, I know you have come across my video. A case like your case, even they think the money will timbo, with the so kuchineke. But the major why when I go Okwu can was go in case of another time. In case of another time. No one do the attack on the fire Jofo. They against the attack. So you that against the attack on his family, on his late mothers, for the past 3 years. But all you can come out to tell us that Onyendu is that is against the attack on the fire Jofo and the Zekome. Well, let me also believe that in a game of struggle, anything can happen. In struggle, or put everything natural white, and so white cobble. Let me also believe what is playing. But can you win for Nanya? Can you win for Nanya? So for the past 3 years, all this attack on Kanu, on Prince Meme, all their sisters, nothing. Makasa Kana one. If that one has attacked. Mankasa not send the picture to a white man. If that one has attacked. But if you attack on Iwuanyanwu Jofo, it's a comment. Yes, and I'm more than never attack. But my attack, and they will tell about what they did, and they will tell the evidence. The evidence. Go and check all my videos. If we hear for the evidence there, go and check all my videos. So many John we could that no does not or not happy about the application that they did not file. But to you, if fully as anything. But to you offer as something. To you, if you are a woman. Oh, why in cable now? So you do not. That is the fact. A man for you do not now. This is to you, only for that excuse well. That excuse only with your weapon. So that means now that excuse have a word for their side. And again, Lolo, why didn't you tell us about the state execution? Why the federal government was granted that state execution? The state execution, why didn't you tell us about it? Only that that you about one they work with. The state execution, if I you take half Davis, when he was asked, or see that no, it's we're going not taking the half Davis. And that was the reason the court, the appeal court for. We see that now the half Davis, if I before take it, and something the president have brought together, they cannot defend it. And Onyendu was not released. Okay, Choleno, okay. I want you to listen to Kanu about it.
From the horse's mouth. Now, Maz, now I want you to clarify this appeal court and a federal high court where we are. What transpired in appeal court to federal high court, please.
The issue of appeal court is very, very disappointing for obvious reasons. The people that are supposed to give Onyendu the best defense, protection, ended up messing up his case. In quote, I can say that they betrayed Onyendu. But I have to summarize this in two ways, two sentences. Why the stay? Because I heard many people talking about Onyendu will not stand trial, Onyendu will not stand trial, yes. But this is something that ought to have happened earlier. And why they are saying these things? Because they never understood what happened. And they never read the ruling of the appeal court, which I posted in my wall. And you know, sometimes they're reluctant. They want people to explain everything to them before they can understand. What I have to say is this. One, that barrister, I would say that Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor was a witness to the same case he was defending. This is the reason for the stay of execution.
Okay.
That he was a witness to the same case he is defending. And the appeal court found that Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor affidavit is contradictory, laden with hearsay, and did not pass the legitimacy and credibility of law. Quote, that was why they stayed the execution. So this is for those who do not know what happened, and for those who don't want to read and who don't want to understand, because people are telling them what to believe, people are telling them what to do, and they swallowed it. Who can think it? That is why we are where we are today, because they refused to understand what happened, because they could not read the judgment. But I'm glad Onyendu have sacked them. And that is the end of discussion.
Wow. And yeah, and okay, and the Federal High Court, and that's why we are in the Federal High Court now, right? That's the whole thing that brought us back to the Federal High Court, wasn't it?
Yes. We are back to Federal High Court today for one reason. Everyone heard what Supreme Court said, that we should go back to High Court, Binta Nyako's court, to discuss the rest. But it's very funny that it's only in Nigeria where Supreme Court will give an order and the magistrate court will not obey it.
It's quite funny. And Mazi, if you remember the last sitting on I think it wasn't on the 19th of March, when Binta Nyako was quoting, she was trying to be funny when Ejimako, our late counsel, and his team were, bombasting her with important evidence. And she was like, try to prove that they're supposed to had a code of conduct that guided them. But how would that be that you granted, when the appellant came and seeking for Onyendu, the kind Onyendu wanted, he knew that the Onyendu house was invaded. Assassination that was very, very evident with everybody.
Okay, let's stop here because I don't have much time. So, Lolo, the reason why the state execution was granted against Martin Nandikan, against your husband. You're quick for the reasons now. If for the reasons I more personally than about the attack. Do you now agree with me that we that are attacking this man, that we made no mistake? Because the evidence is there, unless you don't want to see it. And we say it, that no application these people filed, they did not. This people did not file. That was in a Supreme Court. But do you now see the reason why federal government won the case on the appeal court on the state execution? And again, Lolo, Why didn't you ask Ezekiel? Why did he travel to US on that state execution case? Why did the Ejiofor went to East? You are with them. You're not with them there. Why don't you ask them this question? Why? But you know, Chikwa and Onye that will happy about the attack. So Onye do the happy about the attack and his family, about the attack and his late parents. So Onye do the happy about it. Because you know, I can't across the videos. Even today too. In South Africa, APC Mo. The APC Mo. People say what? Go to this platform, give only today too. So this sniper attack on your own family. Then it cannot even address them to stop, to cease their attack. That only to say that all the attack must be seized from left to the right. No. But the attack on the executive should stop. The attack on different individuals should stop. But the attack on your own family should not stop. Because they are not calling you, but they are coming gradually after to you. I repeat. And it's coming gradually. We heard from Tina Sawankita what he said about your father. Because he can know about it. You want me to pray it for you? He can't really Tina Sawankita about your father. So that attack on your father, it might not to you. It's coming gradually. Katina Sawankita put that now. Your own father now cause problem to DOS. You can't know about it. That your father now force your father to take you out shrine. After then, he was working against DOS. You can't know about it. Or put an attack on your father. Or put a black man on your father. So if he has an attack, it's a pity that I respect you so much that he makes this kind of statement. But I hope after this broadcast, you will learn a lesson. Now, let me go to the second video because I haven't much time. Let me go to the second because because program Iwuanyanwu will take a big time. Let's go to the this thing. So where is it? Okay.
And I am particularly delighted that I offered my visit. I mean, this very visit offered me the opportunity to visit these two legal giants. For the very first time, I saw Professor Michael Sokeme-san and Barrister Ejiofor to thank them most profoundly for their thankless services and overwhelming victories they recorded in my husband's case, which I felt are not well acknowledged and appreciated for. Not well acknowledged and appreciated for. There must be a reason for one to behave in it when you're constantly creating confusion, when you're constantly creating chaos, when you're constantly creating poisons and imputing ill thoughts in everything and everywhere you go. You poison every seat you sit on. You poison every ear that opens up to you. You poison them. But people should actually ask you, all the people you poison since 2015. Where are they? They followed you and they worked with you and they caused chaos. Where are they today? That should be the question the current idiots and imbeciles listening to you should ask themselves. They are nothing but pawns. So these noble giants, Mike Ozokame and Barisifanyi Ejiofor, they are not well thanked. They are not well acknowledged. They are not well appreciated for their thoughtlessness, for so much that they're putting. And this man has had his life in danger for over the years. For years, come 2015, when Barrister Iwuanyanwu Ejiofor came on this case, his name was announced on the radio. People were ringing him. If you go to court, we will kill you. We will do this. We will do that. We will do this. This man has endured so much. They recorded a victory of 8-count charge, struck out of 15 charges, and consequent judgment they got at Court of Appeal, which discharged and acquitted MNK. And let me lay emphasis that this said Court of Appeal judgments still resonate most profoundly till today. When we go anywhere, we're talking about the Supreme.
Lolo, Chili first, Chili Lolo. You made a statement 2015 that people are listening to you since 2015. Who are you referring to? No, that is why it's very important in my program. I call them Madoya Nagwa. Who are you referring to in 2015? Are you referring to Onyendu? Or are you referring to his brother? Because nobody will say it's Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa have not becoming IPOB in 2015 or 2020. So who are you referring this your statement to? And I don't want to get too emotional on this your statement. Fine. Execution took place and seven count charge was dropped. They went to appeal court and the rest was dropped. But where is Mazen Kanu? Is he still released there? How about the appeal court? The state execution that that upset everything. Why don't you talk about it? Okay, you want to talk about the achievement. Okay, I agree with you. Yeah, those are achievements. We appreciate them. But why didn't you appreciate Alo Ejimako that have won at least 4 judgments for Mazen and Kanu and IPOB? Why didn't you appreciate the wise counsel? The wise counsel by Alo Ejimako? Or you don't know the case? Alo Ejimako have won for Mazen and Kanu and IPOB. Okay, let me show you. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. Okay. Now, Lolo Bia. Lolo, Oya Bia, what can you Bia? Alo Ejimako won this case for Mazen and Kanu and IPOB. Listen. African Union, 18th of March 2018. Alo Ejimako won this case in African Union case. Abia High Court, 19 January 2022. Alo Ejimako won this case for us. Federal High Court on 26 2022. Alo Ejimako, the wise counsel, won this case for us. Enugu High Court, 2026 October 2023. The wise counsel won this case for us. So all this case is not enough for you to appreciate the wise counsel by Alo Ejimako. So this execution supersede other ones. Alo Ejimako win. So you cannot appreciate both of them. Can we take you to appreciate this men together? Can we take you? Can we take you to appreciate this man? You are just putting a division more. No, you are putting a division more because as a woman, we expected you. Ibia, Kipoko, Ibe won't get a poko. But Ibia, Tiago more division too. Ibia, Tiago more division, Tiago more division. As a matter of fact, let me say, Ibia, who's going to one wine cable. It was Ipoko. It was on that lady, you see, this attack from left to right should cease. It was equal. It was acknowledge the lawyers now fight for your leaders, for your husband. What the lawyers? Man came met them, man came met them, man. He's supposed to acknowledge them, all of them, all. Even here now, but it's here more division. More division, it's here. Let's continue.
In court, we're talking about the count charges, 15 count charges. In fact, 8 struck out of 15. We're talking about the appeal, acquitted, and discharged. It is by these men. So when you're going mad and running insane with the fight, you have to be careful. When did we become such humans who show no gratitude? And one thing you must understand is that in the sphere of supernatural, there are repercussions of ingratitude. And you should also know that ingratitude stems from a deeper part of your mental state. It comes from this sadness. You don't have Ojujuafo. So we must desist from this insanity. And on the current legal team, who are now representing Onyendu Mazen Kanu, my advice is to focus on the task of securing the release of Onyendu Mazen Kanu diligently and professionally, because when you begin to run around and gossip and tell stories and instead of you to carry out the message, you first of all go and report to somebody who tells you don't do it. I promise you, if you don't do your job professionally, you will not like the end. It's a promise. You will not like it. Pushing the case, you need to understand what you are expected to do in court and how to behave. Totally refraining from meddling in IPOB issues, all this is, engaging in unnecessary media tantrums, playing to gallery, and needless distractions, which tend to undermine the seriousness and character of this case. This is a high-profile case. And since the workload is massive, it's only appropriate that you pay attention to details.
Anyway, let's remind the Lord. Lolo, gente. You meet Ezekiel, you acknowledge them, or you say we should cease the attack. You tag them everything. Then on the current legal team of our leader, Mazen Kanu, lead by Vice Chancellor Barrister Ejimako, then you want to advise them. You ask them to remain focused. It's okay by me, no problem. They should remain focused. You ask them to work professionally. It's okay by me. They are working professionally before before now, before you said it, before your statement. They remain focused before you coming out to say this. But for you telling them that they are gossiping, you know, we will not take this from you anymore. Next time, please, we will not take this from you. You're supposed to acknowledge this legal team now. But you come on ready to bamboozle them. Tell me, 2 times or 3 times, Iwuanyanwu Ejiofor sacked lawyer that attacked Ejimako, the West Council on media. Did Ejimako respond? And I'm Ajun. Those you guys are hearing me. Please, Umako, please. I say no one should use insultive state language on her, please. I say please, I'm begging, okay? I know everybody's bitter, but any insult in a year, you are giving that insult to our leader. Please, nobody should use any insultive language, please. Let me delete this this one. Let me delete it. Thank you. No? So when you come to Barrister Ejimako, Iwuanyanwu Ejiofor have attacked Barrister Ejimako on media. People gave Iwuanyanwu Ejiofor platform to attack Ejimako, but Ejimako never responded. Instead, Ejimako told us that Onyendu asked him to ignore all this and remain focused. Then why do you turn around to tell us that it was these people that are going on media? Why? This statement, because it was the sentence that said that Nigeria government can kill your husband and nothing will happen. It was also the sentence that said that some people are saying that if man can kill, nothing will happen. But it was the same him. So how will you turn around to blackmail this legal team? Lolo, I am take care from you. And again, we will see that now next time when you come on radio, you will pronounce his name. That Lolo Ganti. From 2021 to date, I have got 99 or 41. It was 100. I have got all the attack. If you pronounce anybody's name, we are here to debunk everything. Oh, man, if next time, don't mention the name. We have caused the Rubicon. We have caused the point of no return. The name we're going to mention, or this is the check media ones, we have destroyed them. Go and ask them. They are nowhere to be found anymore. Or them easy. Or is it just a Chinedu? Open no France. We have destroyed them with truth. So if you mention their name, it's not going to do anything. I'm not hold any water. Ask this the Check media ones what happened to them. And I told them, they shall never be at peace until Mazda is out. They can never be at peace until Mazda is out. So for you to say you mention the person's name, no, mention the name. And when I hear many, you did not tell this man, these people, this group of people to seize the attack on your husband's family. Even your father too. Because they are coming gradually. You think all is well. You are telling them that you will mention name. That I know. Lolo. Ganti, when you work well, we have understand. We have understand. I am going to be yesterday. The man get that. The man get Uchechi. Mazin Nande Kanu is working with his brothers. Genti, Lolo Genti, even with your statement, who's got everything? Mazin Nandi Kanu is working with his brothers now. Because these are the only people he can trust. You said it, that the doctors, the new doctors, shows that because before now, Ejiofor told us you are the one in charge of the doctors. But you have come out to tell us the new doctors, showing that you are not responsible for the doctors now. You have also tell us that Onyendu were right to choose his legal team, and there's nothing you can do, showing that you want anything when he made there. Onyendu is working with his brothers. That is the people he can trust for this moment. As of today, now, these are the people I trust is working with. And these people will not disappoint him. His brothers will not disappoint him. Before you come on radio, they'll be talking. You should go and meet Onyendu to change everything, bring this people back, bring this people back. I'm happy you've told them openly that there's nothing you can do. So, Lolo, Iwuanyanwu now, Okarego, Obulegu. Iwuanyanwu, Obulegu, Okarego. We expected that the Abeko Bianyo Okunabano, the Tibia equal more fire. Ibia equal more fire. So next time, if you mention the name, we will debunk it the way we are debunking others, the way we are debunking China Sawankita. Can you imagine? Before 2021, nobody knows who we are. I am Putala. But I may use our little platform when they destroy the mighty ones. So if you think that radio is powerful, that we move the mountain, it's not anymore because we are here. Let's continue listening to her.
And rules of the word, while order of my intervention for inclusion of experts in building up a very formidable legal team continues. Can you come into a thing like this, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu's legal team? You want to cause, you want to separate, you want division, because in the frame of things, the only person who is directly affected by Nnamdi Kanu's absence is me and his children. It's
Biafrans, first of all, let's welcome hardcore comrades from Americas. They are here. You know, the officials from IPOB in America, they are here. Mazi Cosmos do. He's here. He's state coordinator in America. He's not happy about what is going on. He's here. Mazi Emeka Iwuanyanwu, IPOBPNO, America. The whole America is here. They are not happy. But all of them were patient. So we welcome them. Maz, that's more greetings to you guys. No. So let's continue listening to her.
Me, if you like, take it to the heavens and come down, because TJ, you go in, you switch off your thingy, your thingy, what's it called? Your phone, you switch off your social media platform, you go to bed, you wake up in the morning, you do the beat that you need to be, you talk to your children, you do stuff, and then you cause confusion in my husband's ability and process to be released. There is limit to what I can take. There is limit to my quietness. In fact, you should be afraid that I am quiet. That should bother you. And that brings me to the heart of the solution of Onyendu's current situation. It is evident that this is a case of political solution. But that does not mean we will allow Nigeria government to continue to bask in their impunity of disobeying court orders. So with the current legal team, we will continue to meet them. That is Barrister Aloy and his team. We'll continue to meet them head on, even as we have asked Binta Nyako to recuse herself. She has to recuse herself, not to allow herself be used, because in the end, Nigeria government will use her and fail her. So we will continue to ask her to review beyond all reasonable doubt or recuse herself. Howbeit, only a stupendous ignoramus will continue to feign oblivion of the required steps we need to achieving a political solution. This is a political solution, of course. But when you look at the word political solution, what does it mean? It means the elite, the people. It means the political status. It means the political who and who in the society. And it has to also stem from a central point. That movement has to stem from a central point. So let me use this opportunity to thank Senator Iwuanyanwu. I want to thank him for his swift endeavor to facilitate my visit to my husband. Thank you very much, sir, for your kindness. And to other well-meaning Igbo politicians, governors, and elites who are concerned. I want to tell you something. A lot of these elites are concerned about this illegal incarceration of my husband. And they're taking several steps to secure the actualization of sitting at a table. But some of them prefer their names unmentioned. Persons like Chief Dr. Olase, in his own quiet way. Thank you, sir, and more grease to your elbow. We have our brothers, Mazi Ben and Mazi Evans in US. That's Mazi Ben and Mazi Evans Wankwo in the US, holding conferences and pushing in the important, pushing to the important ears to hear the atrocities the Nigerian government is causing our people, incessant killings of Biafrans and illegal incarceration of our leader and other Biafrans in several unknown prisons. So this is how you show that you care about your people. This is how you show that
Biafrans, let's say something a bit before we go to Iwuanyanwu issue. You know, like I said before, I have stated, you know, it's obvious, and Lolo, I've confirmed it. Only in the Mazin and the Kanu, in anything about this movement, it did not involve Lolo. Lolo is a wife to our leader. Lolo can give an advice to his husband. Lolo can also give advice to IPOB. But Lolo don't want any mandate. Or want any mandate to give order in IPOB. No, I want any room for that in IPOB family. This is just the fact. Mazna can like that again. Then we about four departments in IPOB. Finance department, legal department, and Chika Polo Doziem department. And what again? Is it welfare department? No? No. In any of this department. But let's go to legal. In as much as Nankan did not pronounce Kanu name, but who is in charge for legal? home and abroad, is Kanu. And only to withdraw his name. And only the one that now a day like this will happen. So, Lolo, you can give your advice, you can say whatever which pleases you, but you have no any mandate in IPOB family. This is the fact. In can't wait so what would we given at this lady Uchechi who about they should stop attacking Ifeanyi Ejiofor, attacking Ezekome? But your own husband family and they may attack, even your dad. He did not ask them to stop. He did not ask them to stop. Kanu and they may attack day and night. Day and night. He did not even appreciate him. He did not even appreciate him. Kanu. Everything on them, he did not even appreciate him. Please, Meme, Naga Abuja every time. Naga, you know, he did not even appreciate your husband's family, telling them well done. And you see it, but you can appreciate other ones. Gente Lolo, Okama Nilo, Adobama, Okama Nilo, Ilapo being it Nilo, Okama Nama. Oh, my mother's not Okama. It's not a good thing. It's never a good thing. And that boils down to the laws in the law. That now defense, not what you defense, but you jump defense. That's, see, I don't want to go into deep. Because with that thing equal in law, with everything equal, you have not even acknowledged Kanu, even President Meme, for their wonderful work they are doing. Go on Twitter. Every day, Kanu on Twitter. The pressing Mazin Nani Kanu. Because I wanted that every time Twitter on no. That one alone, the flare. I read them on Twitter too. But you will not come on Twitter. You will not come on Twitter. People I mean with somebody that handle your media and they busy eating car. Don't want to go deep. Because if I go deep, you will ever know. Now, you are telling us about the political solution. Yes? I'm talking about when you see Kuliano now. Mazin Nan they can remember that ma Abadida Wodogu. Now Mazin Nan can Wodogu. I don't know man Mazin can Wodogu. Mazin can have said it before. Do you know the reason why Mazin can appoint Chief Dan Olasi as a political advisor? Last 2 years, Chief Dan Olasi that portfolio. That Chief Dan Olasi is political advisor. Oh, yeah, the man is in that kind of money. Oh, we go on Aba. Oh, we ebe this ego aga. On they build all this arsenal towards his battle. Oh, yeah, the man appoints Chief Dan Olasi, which na go give Olafia now as a political advisor. And not go oh yeah, that man that portfolio. This the chat card million worms. This the chat card million worms. We are against it. Now today, go to their platform. Mpolo South Africa, APC Mo. He was talking. Oh, Lolo mentioned political advisor, political solution. But Onyendu was building this thing for a very long time. It will be like why nice now this case on is political. But these people they refuse to say it. But Lord they put here, they are singing it today. Today now, Lolo, in the now, I people are Google family business because you are with them, you are dancing their music. Now it's a family business. But any day you go against them, it will not be family business. Any day you're against them, China someone will tell you that this is not a family business. Mark it. But today you are dancing with them. You are with them. It's now a family business. It's now a family business because you are dancing with them. You are on the same path with them. But any day that you are against them, it will never be family business. That day, I Ayaguago was that day. That day, they will tell you, I Ayaguago was that day. No, living on there now, and they accuse your husband brothers that they are working with politicians. That they you realize a near envelope, you know. But you did not even ask them to stop. Now you are telling them it's a political process right passing in your husband's case. But when Onyendu send an errand to Meme to go and meet so person, I can't get that is working with politicians. But you never talk about it. No, you never talk. Only we put the bad about it. And today, you say you are telling Biafrans that you appreciate Senator Iwuanyanwu by facilitating seeing Onyendu. I think he made a mistake, Lolo. That word he used, that Iwuanyanwu facilitated going to see Onyendu. He can't call you off, man. No, he can't call you off, man. Go buy water. Because as a matter of fact, it's only the lawyers. It's only the lawyers. You will see Mazin Nani Kanu only through lawyer, through his lawyer, not any senator, not any person. Through his lawyer, you will see Mazin Nani Kanu. But only Biafrans that he can give Yoruba for the welfare for your flight ticket. You be able to get envelope. Only as what this is no you actually confuse everybody. It's leaking for facilitating of seeing Mazin and the Kanu. As if no if I made you for Mazin and the Kanu. Why that no if I about the etiquette? Then if I want make you about ticket you eat you at Abuja. Lord Jagna hotel. What go hotel? Or you will some envelope. Upon on you and made you for Mazin and the Kanu. But I want it for your welfare, kiss you for your transportation. Open lady. Based on of a state, you for Yendu. Or this guy find you made you there for Yendu. No? If I go or lawyer, or is that right? Be a lawyer or lawyer couple. It will ask now so you back. And ask this so you. I see I come on you. Excuse me. You guys should pardon me because I have a cold. My voice, I'm so good. No. I see I come on you. Say that no if you but take care of your travel to Nigeria, your air ticket, everything. Now you will come by say I know. Or this year car if I we made with for you a full mass nan can. Facts. Let's continue. My people, should I stop this thing and let's go to Iwuanyanwu? I think it's better. Let's go to Iwuanyanwu.
The little way that you can, you push. You push for our voice to be heard. You push for the world to see how we are being treated in our own land. But when you're busy creating confusion, running from one post to pillar, showing imbecilic behavior, then any person needs to be brought and the pertinent question must be asked. No matter what the gain is, what the goal is, because there must be a goal. Now, those are the two points that I mentioned myself and my husband talked about. Another thing we talked about is the movement. And I hope I made myself very clear on the legal team issue. So there is actually no problems there. there shouldn't be any either. Things change. Things metamorphose into other things, and then improvements are made. Life is about continuous improvement. So back to the movement. Onyendu and I spoke about the movement to a reasonable extent. In fact, Onyendu started these conversations, just like I said. We talked about how the DOS has held the front of the movement over these years, citing manipulations of the Nigerian government. We mentioned his anger on how people had the audacity to meddle in the affairs of ESKM on the radio in 2022. Even before then, I spoke on an event organized by some women in the US via Zoom. You will recall that I have consistently talked about unity. I have consistently talked about staying under the umbrella, because that is the only how you can stand as one. That is the only way you can stand as one. Have consistently talked about the unity. So Onyendu was just talking about unity, standing, being unified as one under the structure that he's built. Why meddle in the ESN, and what else? And then he talked about we talked about how had Nigerian government not used this imbecile, what is it called? In fact, unity of purpose. Onyendu was very upset. So you can see that I work in tandem with my husband.
He said that Onyendu always talk about the unity. Now, Lolo, let me ask you. This your broadcast does it represent unity? Did this broadcast you made represent unity as your husband preached? As your husband was always preaching. Does this broadcast represent unity? No. If it make divide them more, add more fuel to the burning fire. I'm happy that said Onyendu represent unity. And again, he did not even tell us how Onyendu is mad about Chika Paul Edoziem and Chinasa Nwolu. Chinasa Nwolu disobeying his order. His order. Flagging off his order. All the order for Mazen and Kanu, all of them, on one end, Chika Paul Edoziem obey for one day. He did not tell us about that. But you are here to tell us about who not to attack. You are here to tell us that we should appreciate a second, that we should not appreciate if barrister, the wise counsel barrister Aloy Mako. You are here to tell us we should appreciate if appreciate a second. But how about the wise counsel barrister Aloy Mako and his team? Rather, you attack them indirectly. They should stop gossiping on media. And I ask you, show me one video. Aloy Mako respond to Ifeanyi Ejiofor when Ifeanyi Ejiofor was attacking him on media. No, but God, if we say Aloy Mako press release just to release your husband, Onyewa our leader. Like I said before, we are not afraid. No, like before now, people are asking me, why do you not want to talk about this broadcast? I tell them, let them relax. This is why we are coming. And today, we are doing the needful. So, Lolo, we are not afraid. That person here mention the person's name. We don't care. I am Oga Anya Lolo. Mara Anya Enelene. Mazin Nande Kanu is working with his brothers. These are the people he can trust now. He's working with them, passing message through them to us, and including the Vice Chancellor, Barrister Aloy Edmarco. This is where we are getting our message, because others, Chinas and One Kita and Chikapole Dozemu, aka they have all disappointed Mazin Nande Kanu. This is the fact. Biafrans, Kaila Pieba. Lolo, I respect you. And when I say I respect you, listen. Don't take it. When we are respecting you, it's because of Mazin Nande Kanu, not you. Okay, the respect we are respecting you is Mazin Nande Kanu, because if we come on here to insult you, we are insulting our leader, and I will not want that to happen, and I will be the last person to do that. Tina Samuolu, you know there. Tina Samuolu, and I go people. Now Kanu Takano, a member of IPOB. You know what? Can you just one kita? And for those of you, cut on this one kita. Can the bomb continents one kita? I want you guys to see this picture. To see this picture, I want to show you guys. No, China one kita balloon that Nakam Takano abu the member of IPOB. Then I call this is Venice in Italy. Look at Takano corner here. There you go IPOB. There you corner here. But this guy will come on radio to tell you guys that Takano is not a member of IPOB. You know, they look at Takano here. Look at him. Una flare? Okay. Okay, we'll talk about also. The man, I'm an IPOB, and the woman, I'm an IPOB. China one kita over here. China one kita na woja kan kita la. Another here. Nanya chika pole dozem kono here. For there. Neno madam neni anya. Neno uche mefo. Neno Kanu Takano. Neno the boy is good. Deputy DOS. Toles Lumike. Then by this ending. Una fortunate someone kita here. This is the man that's a member of IPOB. Okay. Then we'll talk about that picture again. Okay. Then I know na European Union. Then the Chika Paul Edoziem. Then Uche Mefo. Then Madame Nenianya. Then Kanu Takano. Then they're corner here. Unafukan Takano corner here. So where is China one kita? No, you know, in my program, even the man will team with Ezoku Chineke. With Ezoku Chineke. All those meetings, even Aga, one of you can't come on at the meeting, among the meeting. But someone will come to tell you guys to bamboozle your brain. Onya is not a member of IPOB. But important meetings, this guy in Aga, not there. Kanu is there. And some of the meeting on Aga with Onyendu, even Chika doesn't matter Aga the meeting. Chika was European, a coordinator there in my European lab. But he will come to tell you, that's why you ever Chika Paul Edoziem isi na ngwa adịghị ile tinye ya n'anya tụnye ya n'anya ka ya ma ịma that ịbụ nwoke n'izuru ezu. Use your office and write a memo against Kanu. See that no one abụrụ nka na imere expel nka. Use the same way. Get you to 11 dala ndị Chineke ya akpọ ọkụ. Yeah, my people. Ka ebulu nka na nke Iwuanyanwu. Ka ebulu ka abata na Iwuanyanwu. It's better I treat this case today because tomorrow I don't know what no. Ka abata na case Iwuanyanwu. Ono ma that na monwa Maazị Ezumezu. Monwa abụrụ fans of Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu because I expected him to do more. Not he's not doing something. He's doing something. He's doing something. What can they make? But the fact is that Nayan affair with hope who's of the job. On our people like us, Allah. And that's why sometimes we attack him. But Iwuanyanwu is doing something. This is the fact. Now, the reason why we will talk about him today is that, you know, I'm supposed to have a program with America PLO. That was last week. But that program, I think by special grace of God, maybe this weekend, that program will come up too. And I will move that now. Iwuanyanwu cannot say such. And I will move so that now we were expecting Chief Iwuanyanwu to come on media to speak to Igbos what actually happened. No, I had more better. And today we have a video where Iwuanyanwu was debunking these lies against him and Oleze Ndibo. Now, without a gun, I again na this thing. Now the live interview me with Njenje Media. The live interview me na Njenje Media. And before then, let me say something before we go to the Njenje Media. You see, Chinasa Nwankita and Chika Paul Edoziem, they quickly wrote a press release condemning Iwuanyanwu without hearing from him, without making an investigation or to hear from the man. They okay, we have the kind of bond and then a course with the name of IPOB. But all na this Chinasa Nwankita and Chika Paul Edoziem, nanda ama iyo aneme, nanda ama the reason why Maazị Kanu ji akpọka ya ọnụ. Now they did much division on us. Can this thing me? That can use this platform. Iwuanyanwu boya. I know from him before they send out any press release. But they have destroyed this movement. They have divided us. They cannot do the right thing. That is why Njenje Media is the one doing what we're supposed to be doing. Njenje Media is the one that let the world know the truth. But because Iwuanyanwu was afraid to come to Lolo Biafra to speak. He's not afraid to do that. Because can this thing me? All that now these people might made this Ndala no Chika Paul Edoziem and the Chinasa Nwankita. I want to make this man invite. I want to call this man. Hear from him. Joy Ajojo before dishing out a press release against him. Now, let's listen to the wonderful work Njenje Media did. For those of you that have not come across it, Kulugenti.
na-achị achị n'ala Igbo, ndị niile ọnụ na-eru n'okwu, ndị na-azụ ahịa nakwa ndị niile na-enwe mmasị gbasara ihe ndị Igbo. Ebe anyị ga na-eweta ka anyị na ha na-anọ ana na-akpa kedu ka ọ ga-esi wee dịrị ana Igbo mma. Nna ya ukwu, ka m bịachigha na okwu mụ na gị na-ekwu. O nwere nke ndị oyibo na-akpọ retreat nke ọhaneze mere na 27th of March na Old Government House, Abakaliki Road, GRA, Enugu. Ya bụ retreat bụkwanụ onye isi ya ndị chairman bụ Ambassador Okemuche MFR, abịa nwee Prọfesọ Fred Eze onye bụkwanụ deputy, enwekwa ndị ọzọ nọgasị n'ebe a. Ndị Igbo gbakọtara ebe a wee kwuo okwu wee gbasara maka ana Igbo. Ọhaneze bụkwanụ ndị mere ka okwu a nkata ụmụnne bụrụ ihe gakwanụ n'anya ya. Mana ka a batara n'izu ụka, na mbido izu ụka, ndị Igbo niile, onye ọbụla nwere ekwentị a na-akpọ WhatsApp, amaghị m nwere onye Igbo anụghị ụdị ihe a ekwuru. O nwere mmadụ na-abụ na-akpa nkata. Ihe anyị ghọtara na ofu onye n'ime ndị a na-akpa nkata sị na o si na nzukọ a wee pụta, wee sị na aha eji aga mba ndị Igbo, wee sị na a ga-eje ka eje yọọ ndị ugwu makwa ndị Fulani maka ya bụ mweghara ọchịchị n'ike nke ndị oyibo na-akpọ coup Chukwuma Nzọgwụ, Kaduna Nzọgwụ mere na 1966. Maka mgbe mesịrị ya bụ coup, mgbe e bidoro igba egbe, onye isi ala wee nwụọ, onye isi ọchịchị nke ndị ugwu bụkwanụ Sardauna wee nwụkwa na ya. Ọtụtụ ndị Igbo were iwe, wee sị kedu ka ọhaneze kwesịrị ịma ntọala etu ihe merenụ mgbe a nụrụ agha ga-esi wee nọrọ wee sizie na anyị ga-eje wee je yọọ ụmụnne anyị mgbaghara ka ha gbaghara anyị. Mana onweghị mgbe ndị Igbo nọrọ ana wee sị Chukwuma jee n'aha anyị jee mebie ihe a na-ekwu. Ụfọdụ sịkwa na mgbe a na-ekwukwa n'ihe a na ndị Igbo bụkwa ndị na-achị ọchịchị, na onweghị mgbe ọ ga-asị nọkọta ọ bụ na ndị Igbo tinyere Chukwuma Kaduna Nzọgwụ ka o mee ihe o mere. Ihe nji wee sị ka njụọ gị bụ na ọ bụrụ na nje ndị karịrị mmadụ 1000 kịta na-enene anyị, ndị inene ha ncha niile, ọtụtụ n'ime ha na-asị kedu ihe mere anyị ga-eji wee na-ayọ ndị ugwu, kedu ihe mere anyị ga-eji wee na-ayọ ndị ugwu. Nna anyị, ọ bụ eziokwu na ọhaneze chere ụdị echiche dị etu a, tụọ ya n'alụ ka ụdị ihe dị etu a wee mee? Biko kọwalụ ọhaneze.
Biko, ana m agwa unu, eji m aha Chineke na-akpụ, n'ihi na abụ m onye nne na nna m bụ ndị fere Chineke, gakwara Chineke ozi. Ana m eji aha Chineke na-eme ka unu mara na ihe okwu asị. Anụ ndị ọbụla makwanụ m na-anụ ihe m na-ekwu dịka onye ndu. Ana m eme press conference, and every time m kwuru okwu, ana m ekwu clearly na-akọwara ndị Igbo sị na ndị Igbo ihe Chukwuma Nzọgwụ na ndị otu mere enweghị anything to do with ndị Igbo. Onwekwara onye Igbo gwara ha sị ha ga-eme ya. Onwekwara mgbe ha bụ n'obi na ihe ahụ ha ga-eme ya na onye Igbo ga-abụrụ uru. Dịka anyị si ghọta, o nwere onye na-awụghị onye Igbo ha chọrọ ka ha mee prime minista, onye nọ n'ụlọ mkpọrọ, dịka anyị si ghọta, pụta ya mara na ihe nọ n'obi. But ihe na-agbanwejikwe m anya na nsogbu a na-enwe, because o nwere ndị ugwu na ndị a na-akpọ aha, ha bịakwa every time ụmụ ha na-ekwu nọ ndị Igbo, but ha ma that na ihe ahụ o nweghị isi, dakwu ji tata enweghị isi. Onye mere ihe o ji daa onye Igbo, General Agụiyi, and mgbe ọ dara, ọkwa ndị a ndị politicians bịara oge ahụ, ha gbasa ha si Ironsi jijiri ha power until enweghị America over. All ha handed over power to Ironsi. mgbe ihe mere egbuo ndị Igbo n'ugwu Hausa, Ironsi ewere pawa egbuo Ironsi, egbukwe ndị Igbo again. Ọ bụrụ na ọ nwere ndị kwesịrị ka aga rịọ ha arịrịọ na Nigeria, ọ ndị Igbo. Ọ ya ka m ji set up a committee on peace and reconciliation. Onye isi committee wu a young boy, a brilliant young boy. Aha ya wụ Dominic Okechukwu, Dr. Dominic Okechukwu, onye Enugu State. A very brilliant young boy. Now, on made the preliminary work. Oh yeah, onye game because actually why eji hate time ebe olagara asana try chabena Lagos asana try ageba asana try na agba pata mgbaraga Lagos mgbaraga Abuja mgbaraga eba. So oh yeah ka on then emere clear that na all why wundi agari arịrịọ all why wundi Nigeria kwesịrị arịrịọ even ịbịa na ahụ na oge mere enwere ihe akpọrọ abandoned property na Port Harcourt. Ihe we ha chọrọ ime avoid oya ka m ji na-agbagharị ebe by the grace of God and by destiny ọnwụ onye isi taa. Aga m eme sure that oge nwe onye isi ndị Igbo nobody tries it. Now awụ onye na-apụta mbaba mba na Nigeria ha ege ntị. Ndị a niile na-ekwu ihe a onwere ihe atọ Nigeria kwu okwu ole gere ya ntị. Ele people na-enweghị nri na onweghị ọkwa Igbo na-achọgharị ego ha bịa kwu okwu ege ha ntị. Nna achọ ka ị mara nna agba ndị Igbo nọ ngazi ọwa asị ka ha na-atụ. Nzukọ anyị mere on 27th anyị mere ya na Government House. It was public and the press, all media was there. Emere publish ihe niile anyị mere. That meeting was very successful. Only Akuru governors didn't come. I am all retreat of committees. I am need the governors, but governor of Enugu State, Oya was governor. Oya onye nyere anyị meeting. So he's a deputy governor there. We didn't want any governor there. All night ha ga-abịa. Ọ dịghị need all governors ha bịa hapụrụ ha na arụbịa retreat ebe ndị committee na-eme retreat. The committee retreat was very successful. Ọ gara ka ọma nnọọ. And onye ọbụla gakwara na ya obi juru ya afọ. O nwere onye ọbụla anya that day n'Igbo ebidoro. Enwere ndị dị iche iche ndị ukwu dị iche bịara. Ọ Rear Admiral si mmadụ eke wụ the chairman of that meeting that day. Ọ gara ka ọma. Had him shocked na nnuzie that thing si na the thing na onweghị isi na emere 100 people invite ndị bịara. How does he know that man lekwu ya? What are you on him? So I was shocked. But what bothered me more than anything, na o nwere ụmụ Igbo ga-abịa si na-eme Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu abuse. Ha nụ Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu nwa ha nwoke mere ihe, a ga-ajụ m sị emere m ihe eme ka a ga-egbu m ebe nne meghị ihe. Mmadụ a na-egbu ngwa ya, ọ na-egbu nna ya without hearing from him. Ekwu na mere ka ọjọọ, ekwu na awụ m Chineke. Awụ mmadụ enwere m ike mee ka narị mma. But ị ga-ebu ụzọ jụọ ọnụ m sị ihe a sị mere ya imere eme ka eme ihe. The truth na-agwa unu ndị Igbo nọ nga awụ ihe ahụ okwu asị unu ga-eme ndị bere ebe ahụ ha dị ọtụtụ ihe dị ọtụtụ.
So Biafrans, you can see the area and the angle I'm coming from. You guys know me that I attack Iwuanyanwu. No, because I have called him. I have said, let him organize the protest. This is my own view. This is my own opinion. Because we have went to Abuja. There's nothing come out during the time of when that so-called Buhari is there. Our Papa Mbazika Amechi went to Abuja. Also went to Enugu. So they have sending people to Abuja. It's okay. Since you have went to Abuja or trying to meet so-called Tinubu, you have not able to meet him. Organize peaceful protests. Let organize them Igbo. Organize the protest. All the traditional leaders, all the church leaders, let them come out. we carry banner that we want our son to be released, it will go a long way. The world will carry it, you know. But he refused, and he is in the position to do that. And this is the area I'm coming, and I remember it because he had the capacity to do it. Now, open at these people, Chinas, Tawanketa, and Chika, that these people have not divided this family so deep. This good job Genje Media did, I made this good job. Because Chief Iwuanyanwu is not afraid to speak. He mentioned Biafra, or he mentioned Mazin and Kanu. No. Only I know everything Okwu here. So now, Chinas and one Kita and a more powerful and Chika producer, they quickly release press release against him. Is it good? One not the manner. What you was in all your now. You have to ask him. What can I make or what to make or make? Then you have to know where he comes from. But they quickly release the press release condemning him. But today, the truth is out. Enzo Kwaputago. We appreciate Genje Media because Nigerian mainstream media will not give him this chance because they know that it's against Nigerian government. They know that his love is fighting for Mazin and the release. They will not give him this chance. Now let's listen to what he said.
Happy. In the Rondi, because Dika, one must be delegated, Anna Maruno. Una have clear. Unu may investigate. Unu got me investigate. Unu ever ogato moto. All nan undi anile mandi not for me. Didn't abuse not for me. Ona hagabia. Once in how many investigate na iyawo no ejoku. Okwa no ejoku. Una menu kamara. So, but ogato moto because ogutrem na mmadu beba ko ole ndi kuru ya ka unu ndi kuru ya. Oh, what these people said, oh, so parallel and as a people. I really anti Wakariala. Igana Lagos, Igana Wausa, Ebola, every election, only Mariagas never even in Kando Hanes and Kai Siguzo, or maybe any election. Or just wherever Nana Madego, only team on the Watak, a year ago, 18 upper. Now, India when a one character, one, and where home. You watch most people name in there. They have no hand job. Probably me on university, retire. They're not getting salary. So the one have gone. Most of them now drop. Iga onye gabia kwa kosi na emere na enemy to us all drop. How drop? Most of them are liars. And we any character. Now, no beze, no biograna, Oriana now. Anna Hundojo now, Hundoma. Anna Batlan, but now you have. So how back behind it and their job, or dear man. They are my children. The lawyer, Abella, lawyer and Dibo, Abella, because oh, with Rendibo. Here, man, with Rendibo, no, Nigeria. And the lawyer, Abella, one name with action. Say, no, say, Hagala court. More than a bono gay, I got a woman gay. This is a court. Here, woman. Here, if they can apologize. But I try to put no one na have Harvey Ubu half of the women apologize. So men apologize. Only when I'm in apologize. I'm not going to kill him. Because on my behalf, if you don't want to are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Nandi Fulani bribe of 100 billion naira, 100 billion. I saw it circulating. Bribe 100 billion. How can I be giving 100 billion? And then put in the accounts. And it's 20 years. I don't need the money on a moment. I don't have many years now. How many years can we to live? Every China meeting, I have sold my 2 private jets. I went 2 private aircraft. SRM, I sold 1 last year. So, I mean, really him man. All I want to do now is to serve my people. So, but all the time that somebody got there, and Iwuanyanwu that destroying Igbos. Ndị Nigeria ga-ekwusi ọrụ Iwuanyanwu mmadụ, lekwa onye mmadụ na Igbo. Because I have been honored everywhere. I was the pro-chancellor of University of Calabar for 4 years. I transformed the University of Calabar. The Faculty of Medicine, they named it after me. Calabar. I mean, you can see that everywhere I have served, I have brought glory and honor to Igbos. So, Hana be Hana see Igbo. Okwana Iwuanyanwu woman, Leproni Waga trust. So, what they are doing is fighting against. And who are these people? Or when they were any capacity, when they can say anything, anything, including sacrificing my life. So, because greetings to trying to I'm not going to be vindictive because they don't know what they're doing. Only cost over an actual 50 million naira. I will still call him and see if I can give him some money. I will still call him
because maka ndị Igbo ga na-ege ntị ama nghọta ife ikwu kịta. Achọrọ m ka akọwa ya. Na nkata ha akpara akpa, o nwere onye nke kpọrọ akpọ bụ na nghọta m bụ Harford Ugwu. Ya nwa bụ onye nke kpọrọ akpọ. Onye nke zakwaranụ fonu na-asị ya bụ si isi guzo anụ m na ọ bụ Ọbasi Igwe.
Onye otu isi guzo.
Okay.
Ọ ha abụọ ndị mgbe anyị fixiri mgbe anyị chọrọ ime ọ dị mkpa Igbo mara ihe a very important point. Ọ dị mkpa Igbo mara ihe a because onye na-amaghị nga mmiri si maa ya ọ na-arị mma. Mgbe anyị nwere this mean na government house Enugu, ha nwere fees kwe retreat na-akpọ ya na-eme announce na Ọhaneze ga-enwe retreat na Asaba. I mean,
ihe nchọrọ ka Ọhaneze nna ukwu ka Ọhaneze ndị Igbo ghọta bụ ya bụ Maazị Dr. Harford Ugwu, onye nke si na ọ bịara ebe enwere retreat nekwe na ndị Igbo na gị nwa duru ndị Igbo si na a ga-eje yọọ ndị ugwu. O nwere mgbe Ọhaneze gwara ya o so na kọmitii a họpụtara bịara retreat a, kedu ka o si pụta na-ekwu ụdị okwu?
Well, I don't know how he entered because that was a committee meeting. I don't know how he entered. That man, I know on any committee. That man came to me and brought some books. He brought it to me. Ọhaneze cannot publish it. So the manuscript. So he gave Dr. Alex Obonna, the public secretary, got through it. Got through it. Then I come from my pocket, my private pocket, and agree with him how to publish it. Alex, then he later say, "Oh my goodness, you refund me the money." Because Ọhaneze went such arrangement. To be honest, I mean, I want any connection with that place, or I won't even at the meeting myself. You know, though the meeting was many people came, over 200 people. So I couldn't have seen him where I was staying. So the truth about it is that you're aware now, Abiola, because he knows he has people are so mad with him. Ndi was very mad. So young Abiola got my apologize. Even all the money equal. Yana ariom simbiko. Na Iwuanyanwu also that na yura maybe 230 onya at the Mankoroya that Obasi Igwe 230. Now my hand but even somebody commits na all mistake. Now this sorry. Nothing like that was discussed.
Okay. Nna yukwu iji nyere gị aka maka ikwuola na ya nwa ikwukwala ịma na asị nwa mmadụ emebula nwa mmụọ.
So Biafrans, when I go from statement of Chief Iwuanyanwu, there was nothing like as such. That's when they wound that now. I don't think Iwuanyanwu made such thing. I'm not in the same book with Iwuanyanwu because I don't like his pattern, but I haven't come because the little I have to go is activities. I don't think no American because now also somebody in the plan in the don't wear a Biafra soldier, no longer, and Nandu no. And so, and more information that I told you guys last time that don't we meet no more organized about people from the coastal area, the Yoruba and the Middle Belt. Oh, you want to be organized. So, can somebody is mention all those things? There's no. There's a Sinandugu that now. Let's investigate. Today, now, Cardinal when that's not it's a slip of tongue. Oga Asikobo, man. And be listening. That Okechukwu Isingu. Remember, in 2015-16, 2014-13, Onyendu was hammering on this particular name. This boy, that guy. Onyendu knew about the atrocity that guy committee. And up to today, that guy is committing this atrocity. Now let's listen to JJ Media.
Isi ikwu ihe gwara Igbo niile n'ebe a no ndị ọkaikpe ụfọdụ asịla gị si gbaa ya akwụkwọ mana gụnwekwuola dịka nna ndị Igbo na ọ bụghị mbọsị nwata wufuru ogiri akwụ ka a na-akụ ya ihe o nwekwara nụ ihe o kwuru n'ọnụ ya nke anyị nwa jikwa m ga-achọ ka anyị were nkeji abụọ anyị agaghị egecha ya mana ka anyị were nkeji abụọ nụ ihe ya nwa ji ọnụ ya wee kwu biko na ụmụ Igbo geenụ ntị.
Greetings to all good people of Igbo race at home, in Nigeria, and all over the world. My name is Dr. Hafod Ilamuzo Ugwu, a native of Isuawa, in Okwu local government area of Enugu State, a retired television officer, social reformer, and media consultant. This is my rejoinder to the cartridge headline that says, Igbo or Ohaneze, begging Fulani for forgiveness. Narrator regrets statement, says it was a slip of tongue, and requests correction by Professor Basiwe. All this started at 2:20 a.m. of Thursday, 2nd May 2024. A distress call woke me up from sleep, and Basiwe started a narration of how his phone was hacked, and people were using the contact in his phone to demand for money. That they used my number to request for 2,000 naira from 200,000 naira from him. After that, he asked me a question, Keleko Bododi. I laughed. Just someone from deep sleep. What crossed my mind was the event that took place on the 27th of March 2024 at Old Government Lodge by Ohaneze and Igbo. The Ohaneze and Igbo retreat, titled Akobu Ije. Rear Admiral Alsi Madeke was the chairman, and the 7 Igbo-speaking governors were invited. Why I picked on that event was that the crucial nature of that program, every leader in all Igbo-speaking states ought to be in honor bound to be in that program. So I I narrated to Obasigwe that of all the seven governors invited, it was only the executive governor of Enugu State that sent his deputy. He picked that one as number one. Number two, that of all the committees that presented papers, that there was a peace building committee. I expounded on that peace building committee, and during my explanations, I made a slip that Igbo were meant to go to the Fulani and apologize for the casualty of January 1966, casualty of the coup. This whole event, as I was narrating, Obasigwe cut in to request that this discussion is of great Igbo interest and should qualify for circulating, all over. He knew I am of the habit of circulating information, especially video clips of social reform testimonies across Igbo nation.
Okay, at this point, Nnayukwu, to start again the conversation,
yes.
Ịnụla ihe okwu. Ikwukwala no tupu mkpọ ihe a, o nwere ihe ikwuru nchọrọ ka m weta. Ịma na ndị Igbo si na onye anọghị ebe niri ozu na ala ọchọ Igbo si n'ọkpa. Gị nwa bụ onye isi ndị ọha na eze, gị nwa bụ onye si na onweghị ndị gọvanọs ezitara maka na ọ bụghị okwu dịara ha, na ọ bụ okwu dịara kọmitii. Mana maka na onye isi na-achị Enugu steeti bụ Dr. Peter Mba bụ ya nwa bụ onye nabatara unu, ya nwa bụkwa na onye so unu, ngwa bịanụ were Old Government Lodge ka unu nọrọ wee mee ha. Nye nwa mekwara na o ji wee zita deputy ya ka ọ bịa nọnyere unu. Ịnụ ihe niile a ndị Igbo nụgo, onwego ndị ji maka ihe a garanụ welutu nwanne ha ilo. Onwego ndị na-akwado ọgụ na ha ga-eme nke a na ha ga-eme nke ọzọ. Biko nna anyị ukwu, ihe niile anyị nụgoro dịka ma nke ikwugoro dịka ndị mmadụ si nụ, kedu ihe ị ga-agwa ndị Igbo ọ nọ n'ụzọ na ọ nọ n'ụlọ n'otu nkeji banyere ihe niile anụnwa merenụ? O nwere ihe mmụta dịara anyị asị ndị Igbo na ihe
ihe m na-agwa ndị Igbo, biko ha mara na ndị mmadụ anwụghị anyị n'anya. Ndị mmadụ kpọrọ ndị Igbo ụgwọ. Onweghị ihe ndị Igbo mere ha, onweghị ihe ha mere, ọ maka ndị Igbo na-agba mbọ. Ịga n'ala ndị ọzọ, Igbo abịa biri, ha rụọ ọrụ, ha eme ka ọma, ha enwe akụ na ụba, ha ebiri n'udo. Onweghị ihe ọzọ anyị mere, anyị ka eji mkpọ anyị ụgwọ. Abịa na skuul, ụmụaka anyị na-aga akwụkwọ, abịazi a ga-enwe federal character. Enwe federal character, that means ebe a na-aga university, onye Igbo chọrọ ịgụ medicine ma ọ law ma engineering, ọ ga-enwe score karịa before ya enweta ma ọ na-amụrụ ya n'ala Igbo. Ya wee problem anyị ekwere, but ihe ruo na nke ga-aba anyị n'aka agaghị enye anyị. Anyị wụ onye akpụrụ ụgwọ ka anyị were na akpachapụ anya. Onye n'ihe dịka otu mụ anụ na ọ kpọpụtara onwe m, Igbo niile kpọpụtara m, Igbo kpọpụtara m, kpọga na Government House dum na abịazi kpọpụta m, bịa na-akpọtọsị m, na-akpọ m onye oshi, na-akpọ m onye ama, na-akpọ m onye na-egbu mmadụ. O nweghị ihe ha na-akpọbeghị nke mgbe ọ na-adị mwute, ọ na-adị mwute, ana ọ na-eme ka ndị ọzọ na-eleli ndị Igbo anya. Akasị na ndị Igbo na anyị adịghị reliable, na anyị enweghị leadership. Ọ na ga-abịa onye ọbụla hụrụ n'ala Igbo azọ ọwụ mmadụ, onye ọbụla lekọrọ onye bụ mmadụ n'ala Igbo. Anụ ndị anyị ekwu ihe, onye na-abịa si na Iwuanyanwu, onye ochi Iwuanyanwu, olee ihe o mere na ndị Igbo? Iwuanyanwu, ọ bụrụ igiri Igbo ojii agara m Igbo ojii ma in time of peace and war, ọ bụrụ na ege mmene m ya, All these that's one of over 5,000 people in schools. So abia ndi oto na ri homre, you know na li both na ri homre, maka na nsopuru. A man like me had 80-something years. All na land ọzọ ndị ka na ha nọ, ma ndị ugwu, ma ndị Hausa, ma gịnị, ma ndị Yoruba. Onwe ha ebe onye dị ka m ga-abịa, ụmụaka bịa na-akpọ m iyi, na-eme m abuse, na-eme m insult, si na m na-ezu oshi, si na m na-agba ama. Because of ihe ha nọ, ha jụrụ m ma m nwe eziokwu asị. Ịma ịhụdị ihe a dị njọ, ọhụhụ Iwuanyanwu ka a na-eme, ọwụ ala Igbo ka ha na-emetọsị. Because ndị Nigeria ma ahụ na m na they know me. Nigeria na-enye m respect. They know me very well. Onwebe ihe na-emebe, all go to use development. Enyere m ndị use aka. Abraham from Iwuanyanwu National Football Club. Even my aircraft, one of my jets, I lost it. My football club got Igba ball na Tunisia. When plane crash na Algeria, I lost my aircraft, lost some of my players and my staff, my pilots. Chineke Berebre, that thing registered insured with Lois. They paid me, but I lost. I've lost a lot in serving Igbos. Only when at my 80-something years, onye na-arịbi home na ndị Igbo bịa Iwuanyanwu onye oshi, Iwuanyanwu onye ama, Iwuanyanwu riri 1 billion. And you know, akasị na-enye ha mara na Chineke onye anyị na-efe, Chineke agaghị adị happy. Ha bịa ha ala cheke, ha ma apologize, I will forgive them. But onye na-achọghị ime apologize, si na ya ga na-akpọ m onye na-arịbi omere, a ma hapụrụ ya na Chineke. Because
mana biko kedu ihe ọ dị gị ka batara ya? Ka anyị nenekene ya. Mgbe nna anyị ukwu Nnianwudu bụ president ọhaneze ndị Igbo, a gara be ya n'Uke tụnye Ogbunigwe. Mgbe nna anyị ukwu Prọfesọ George Obiọzọ bụ onye isi ndị ọhaneze, a gara be ya n'Ọkwụdo gbaa ya ọkụ. Kịta gịnwa abụrụla onye isi ndị ọhaneze ndị Igbo. Mgbe ọbụla ihe a ga-agụta bụ na imere nke a na imere nke ọzọ, o nwere ihe ọzọ mma chọkwa ka ịsa anyị. O nwere nke anyị gụtara, onye na-akụzi bụ nkụzi na University na mahadum dị na Nsụka, nwere ihe o dere gakwara gbasaa n'igwe okwu na ndị ugwu enyela gị 100 billion. Ọ bụrụkwa M, ọkwa B, na ebunyere gị 100 billion.
Billion.
A sị m na 100 billion ebunyezere gị. Gịnị mezi na ndị Igbo amarozi na ebunyere gị ụdị ego?
Now, you see, na ana m ekele gị ekele, na-ekelekwe ndị Igbo niile na-ege ntị. Obi na-atọ m ụtọ na ndị Igbo na-ege ntị n'ihe a. Ana m ekele gị ekele. Onye wụ prọfesọ, onye nwere ntụkwasị obi na ọgụ na-akwụkwọ mmadụ ihe. Ọ ya ka ị ga-eji gba na akwụkwọ a na-agụ enweghị isi. N'oge mbụ, oge ka anyị, now I'm 80 years, oge ka anyị, ihe onye were prọfesọ. Prọfesọ enweghị enwe ike kwume okwu ka ụmụaka. Ndị na-ekwu ihe a, ha na-ile prọfesọ ndị a kwụrụ ya na ncha drugs. Ụmụaka ndị a na-eme ihe a, they are on drugs. That is the problem. Drug emebiela ala Igbo. O nwere ka a na-akpọ mkpụrụ mmiri, every one of them na-aṅụ ya, ma prọfesọ ma everybody ha na-aṅụ. So otherwise, onye wụ prọfesọ ga-abịa agwa ya na mmadụ nyere 100 million, eji ọ na-egbo 100 billion. Olekwe n'ebe nyere ya. Onye na-enye di gị for what? Onye Fulani ga-enye gị 100 billion ka gị bịa ma apologize. I mean, I can't understand it. Nge ike ga secretly ma apologize. Nwere ụdị ngeji ma ọ na ya ga-eme publicly. Ị ga-ahụ onye si ya prọfesọ na-ede ụdị ihe ndị a. Anyị nwere prọfesọ dị ihe, people get believe na o nwere sense, but prọfesọ kwugbu o nwere ndị n'ime ha ma ihe, ndị n'ime ha nwere akọ uche. O nwere ndị kena ama ihe. Prọfesọ nke ga-abịa si na Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu na 100 billion from ndị egwu. Ole bakwunyere which account ka akwụnyere where? Ole bakwuru ya? 100 billion we go takere.
na
Ndị ya dị ọya ka ga-eji mana nsogbu nọ n'ala Igbo. Mgbe o rule stage, onye wee prọfesọ ga-abịa na-akọ ihe ndị a ịma ọ dị mwute so much. Ha niile ndị otu these people na-abịa na-aga na-eme ya because ha na-afụ m parallel ọhaneze. When they can't get it, they want to destroy me now. You know, here nobody here. I send even threats to me. And I send threats to me. Now the woman, now the man, I send interest. But these are people who are on drugs. But you see, man, that I'm a warrior myself. Because I was a soldier. I cannot be frightened by them, even to the none of them can force me to go out. Oh, Igbo who holler that now I feel anything, I will go out. I'm not getting anything from this thing. Yeah, in the mind to serve. I'm sure people that once I have an opportunity, ụmụaka ndị a kwụsị ịbịa na-akpụgharị mmadụ ihe ọ ga-eme ka Igbo dị iche.
Nna ka njikene gị biko ka njikene gị ịma na ka a sị na a na-ekwu nke a na-ekwu nke ọzọ. Ego ka a na-akwụdị onye isi ndị ọha na eze maka ọrụ ọ na-arụrụ ndị Igbo.
Ka m gwa gị ma kobo ma afọ ma ego fuel ma ego ụlọ kobo onwe nke nne even na I don't take any money. It's my own. Ndị nke mbụ nwere ike na-eri ego but mụ nke m dị voluntary because enwere my companies unlike other people. Myself enwere business. I have my companies are still running. My companies are maintaining me. My companies are paying me. They're paying me. The only thing is if I go on a mission, like if I travel, then unless they will pay for the flight or pay for the hotel accommodation. But there is no allowance, no salary, no payment of anything, nothing. And I'm not bothered about it. Oh, service in the I'm not bothered. That is why it pains me that instead of any money or anything, all the abuses. I cannot come here. I
nna yukwu ndewo ịma na ndị Igbo toro n'elu si na onweghị onye obi a na-eri nke ọjọọ. Onye asị ya jide ka oji amara na nke ọ na-eme dị mma. Na yukwu jide ka eji. O nwere ajụjụ na-abụ nka ga-ajụ gị tupu anyị apịachie, mana anyị pịachie onweghị ka ndị Igbo niile nọ n'ụwa ebe niile ụwa sọtụrụ ndị karịrị mmadụ 1000 na-enene gị na-egekwanụ ntị na-ama ihe anyị na-ekwu. M ga-achọ na m ga-enye mmadụ 5 ohere ka ha jụọ ajụjụ. Anyị ga-ewere mma ndị nọ ebe anụnwa anyị nọ na ndị nọkwa na Twitter na ndị nọ na Facebook and YouTube. Anyị ga-ewerekwa ajụjụ ha. Ajụjụ ọzọ m nwere ịjụ gị bụ dịka ihe ọha na eze na-eme, o nwere mgbe ụfọdụ ọ ga-aba iteta ụla anyị afụ ihe onyonyo na-akpaghalịnụ nke dịka na o nwere mgbasa anyị tetara ụla n'izu gara aga anyị hụ na
Sorry for that. Yeah, sorry. First of all, Njenje Media, we appreciate you guys for this wonderful work. Media is powerful, you know, because it's very easy to blackmail people, but it's take a lot of time to debunk them. So this wonderful job this guy put out there is so wonderful because I said it on my last program that it's neat for Iwuanyanwu to come on media to address Ndibo, and he did that. And I have got the Ezogu. For those of you that attack him on it, how far? Tell yourself the truth. How far? For Chika Paul Edozemo and China Sawanketa, Emapo Wafo, for your press release against Iwuanyanwu, how far? Will you guys tender an apology to him now? That there was nothing like that at all. No people who want to blackmail him. Just the same way you guys are blackmailing our leader's family. Because all that now this lady only do lapo create no need the most division. Can this news broke it out? Una can invite Iwuanyanwu, and it will go a very long way. But look at, I'm still using my little platform to also pass the message to Igbos, to Biafrans, that such thing never took place. Now, another one about the umunaya neguna and neguna nibu or no whatever, no, we have for the answer onye. We have for the answer onye. Actually, ntimakara ntuna kunjiri ntuna we anolo.
Ajụjụ ọzọ m nwere ịjụ gị bụ dịka ihe ọha na eze na-eme, o nwere mgbe ụfọdụ ọ ga-aba iteta ụla ya afụ ihe onyonyo na-akpaghalịnụ nke dịka na o nwere mgbasa anyị tetara ụla n'izu gara aga, anyị hụ na obodo a na-akpọ Nimbo n'Enugu na o nwere ndị wakporo ha wee sụọ ha akwụ. Ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ nwụkwara n'ebe a. Emesịa anyị hụ na aka bụ gọvanọ na-achị ya bụ steeti jekwara n'ebe ahụ wee ṅụọ iyi si na ọ ga-ahụ ntọala ndị mere ya bụ ihe. Gị nwa bụ onye isi ndị ọha na eze, ndị Nimbo so bụrụ ụmụ gị, ha so na ndị na-achị. Kedu ihe ị nwere ikwu na ogbugbu a amaghị ndị dị ha? Ụfọdụ si nọ ndị na-achụ efi, ụfọdụ si nọ ndị unknown, ihe ọzọ akpọkwara ha ya amaghị, mana ọ ndị amaka ekwu, ndị si na agaghị adị mma bụ ndị na-eme ya bụ ihe. Kedu ihe ị nwere ikwu?
Na ihe a na-eme ọ dị mwute. Ọ ya mere mụ onwe m nọ nga anọ m n'isi isi ka Nnamdi Kanu must come out. Ọ m na-afati ka eme release Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu onwe ihe ọjọọ mere. Mụ onwe m Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu ihe ọla m kwuru ihe m believe in. I believe that na Nnamdi Kanu ihe ọ na-ekwu then abịazie gide ya try ya grant ya bel. Onwe na onye a ga-achọ ka egbuo ya nọrọ. Onwe onye ga-asị ndị sena na bel m gwara ha si this man achọrọ igbu ya, ya gbalaga kekwe ọnụ gbalaga ha ka egbu ya. Ya ga ha gagwa gide ya na Kenya kpọrọ ya lọta. Ọ nwere Yoruba na-eme ụdị ihe a, ọ nọ na Kotonu aga ha hapụ onye nke nọ na Kotonu egideghị ya. Onye gara gide ọ gara na Kenya gide onye nke nọ na Kenya.
Emesịa anyị hụ na aka bụ na ndị na-achị. Kedu ihe ị nwere ikwu na ogbugbu a amaghị ndị dị ha? Ụfọdụ si nọ ndị na-achụ efi, ụfọdụ si nọ ndị unknown, ihe ọzọ akpọkwara ha ya amaghị, mana ọ ndị amaka ekwu, ndị si na agaghị adị mma bụ ndị na-eme ya bụ ihe. Kedu ihe ị nwere ikwu?
Na ihe a na-eme ọ dị mwute. Ọ ya mere mụ onwe m nọ nga anọ m n'isi isi ka Nnamdi Kanu must come out. Ọ m na-afati ka eme release Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu onwe ihe ọjọọ mere. Mụ onwe m Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu ihe ọla m kwuru ihe m believe in. I believe that na Nnamdi Kanu ihe ọ na-ekwu okwu ya mmegbu a na-emegbu ndị Igbo. Okwuge then abịazie gide ya try ya grant ya bel. Mgbe a grantkwara ya bel, achọ ka egbuo ya, ya gbalaga. So ya gbalaga. Onwe na onye a ga-achọ ka egbuo ya nọrọ. Onwe onye ga-asị ndị sena na bel m gwara ha See, this man actually balaga. On no balaga ha kebuye. Yaga ha gide na Kenya. Bora ya lota. O na Yoruba neme udi ha. Ono na Kotonu. Aga ha onye kero na Kotonu egide ya. Onye agara gide agara na Kenya. Gide onye kero na Kenya. Bota. Ima ihe ndị a na-eme ya wụrụ arịka na-eri ndị Igbo. Agala na court, the judge ekwosi ka enye ya bel. Oge Buhari nọ, Buhari ajụ na agaghị enye ya bel. Nna anyị kwu Mbazulika Amaechi ọ gbalịrị ike ya ka enwe ike granta bel, ha ajụ. Okpere mere ọha na eze taa under my leadership. Anyị na ha apụtachịla, agwala m ndị isi, akwụkwala m anụma pati, akwụkwala m ndị gọvanọs niile. Governors ha niile kwele with me na ọ dị mkpa ka edilize na ndị Kanu. Ndị members of National Assembly ha kwele, even nzukọ a nwere last time na that meeting enyere mụ na deputy speaker Benjamin Kanu mandate to get appointment ka ahụ the president. The problem wụ Benjamin Kanu na kọwara na president have been traveling, and in fact ọ na-eme travel since then. Agara m Abuja, anọ m Owerri taa. Ọdụm gara Abuja ebe a ka si bịa last week, and president anọghị ya, president mere travel. So enwetaghala president, mụnwa nwere hope na ọ ga-edilizie, because o nwere ndị na-eme ihe ndị a ha si n'ọrụ maka na Nnamdi Kanu nọ na prison. Anyị na-achọ ka Nigeria.
Yeah, Biafrans, before we continue, remember that Benjamin Kanu was the same man Chinasa Nwankita was attacking on Radio Biafra. That he want to use Mazina Kanu name to shine. That he's taking advantage of Mazina Kanu. That was the same Benjamin Kanu, Deputy House of Rep, Chief Iwuanyanwu was referring to. That they are assigned two of them to meet President Tinubu. So, even the so-called Lolo did not even advise Chinasa Nwankita to stop the attack on the people that are working for our leaders' release. And same Lolo acknowledged that our leaders' case is political solution. But the people that are fighting, Chinasa Nwankita is attacking them on radio, saying that President Meme Kantakan is working with politicians. Those are the people that are working for the release of Mazina Kanu. Let's continue. I hope that this program is something. You know, my program, because I'm not a broadcaster, but I will bring one or two. I join them together. You know what you will. Now, for a lot of you that are attacking Chief Iwuanyanwu, Alpha, and attack based on the other side. But on this, there's no way this man will say this, that we must do thorough investigation. Today, let's continue.
Wapụta Nnamdi Kanu, onwe ihe o mere. Onweghị ndị tiri a ga-asọ ihe o mere kwesịrị ka ọ nọ na prison. Mụ onwe m as the father at this time, ọ wadị ka na-eri m. Ewere nwa m narị ihe o mere, alọkwa ya up na prison. Onye ka ọzọ edilizere ya ga Germany. O nwere ka ọzọ asachajiri treason. Enyere ya agbantala ya amnesty. Si na treason ya wụkwa treason. But onye nke onwe nke Nnamdi Kanu eji ya. Owekọrọ onye ọ ga-arị ma ọ bụ onye ndị Igbo taa, ọnwụ the leader. So unu ma obi agaghị m mma. Ihe a so n'ihe a na-eji enwe nsogbu ndị a. Ụfọdụ ihe ndị ga-ahụ ndị ọjọọ ga-etinye aka na ya. So edekwa ihe mere na Igbo, ọ na-emekwa ebe niile n'ala Igbo, but to different degrees. So ihe dị anyị mkpa bụ ịkpọpụta Nnamdi Kanu pụta. Then amarazie ndị wu criminals na ndị na-awụ criminals. Amara ndị wu ndị Hausa Fulani. Ịbịakwa na Hausa Fulani, even nke mere na Enugu State recently. mgbe m nwetara ozi ha gwara na ndị Asa Fulani gara bọọlụ place n'Enugu steeti ebe ụzọ bọda ha na ndị Benue. Mgbe m gara sende nziga ozi si aga m investigate, ndị gara m investigate gwa na ọnwụ ndị Asa Fulani na ọnwụ ndị Igbo na-azọ boundary na-egbute onwe ha. Ịbịa ụfọdụ ihe ndị a ị ga gị hụ another story. Ọnwụ na ndị Asa Fulani anọghị, ha nọkwa, but Nnamdi pụta na anyị enwe ike mara onye nwe onye, because si anyị ga-ama na ha nọ, because Asa Fulani nọkwa ọnwụ naanị n'ala Igbo, ha nọkwa na-egbukwe ndị mmadụ n'ala ndị Yoruba. Unu ga-ahụ na onwe mgbe ha gara na chọọchị n'Ọwọ gbaa ya ọkụ na chọọchị ya emere n'Ọwọ. Ndị Igbo nwụrụ na ya, ọtụtụ n'ime ụlọ ama na ndị Igbo nwụrụ na ya karịrị 16. Ihe a na-eme n'ugwu Hausa a na-ekwu Boko Haram a na-agbagbu, ndị Igbo nọ na ya. Ịma ndị Igbo, because na-eme investigate mara nke ndị Igbo na-anọ na ya, because ndị Igbo nọ ya. Ndị Igbo bi outside Igbo land na Nigeria karịrị over 25 million. That's ndị Igbo bi n'ugwu Hausa mana west ma ebe niile outside Igbo land ha karịrị 25 million. So I did many. That is why dịka onye ndu n'oge nke a njiji nwayọọ nwayọọ o nweta ga-esi ime ihe n'ike egbusia ndị Igbo n'ebe ahụ ha nọ. Anọ ga-awụrụ m ihe ọjọọ, ihe mwute na-abịa were ụmụ niile ndị nọ n'ugwu Hausa ndị nọ ebe gbuo ha. Echiche m sị nwa onye na-enwu nna ọ ga-arị mma. So unu ga-ahụ na ọnọdụ nọ na ya dị very difficult, but ihe wụ mkpa ekwela ha anyị nkwa na a ga-ewepụta Nnamdi Kanu. Agwala ndị Naijiria si onye ekwekwele ka ihe ọbụla mee Nnamdi Kanu. O nwere mgbe ọrịa ga-arịa ga ngwa ha si Nnamdi Kanu ihe mee ya ebe ahụ ha mara kwadata, agaghị m ejidere ndị Igbo, agaghị m enwe ike ijidere ndị Igbo ma ọ na ihe mee Nnamdi Kanu ebe ahụ. So ha hapụkwa ya, onwe ihe m hụrụ o mere, onwebe onye ofesi ọ kọmitiri enyela ya bel before. So m gwara ihe ndị ahụ. So ihe gbasara ihe kwuru, yes, but anyị na-eme investigate. Ọtụtụ n'ime ha achọghị na wokabe at times ndị unknown gọọmenti, ọkwa unknown gọọmenti na-aga egbo ndị police. So ndị Hausa adịcha many ebe ha nwere ike nọọ ihe dịka ebe border towns like ebe Ebonyi steeti na Enugu steeti. Ịbịa na Anambra na Imo na Abia, they are not much there.
Okay, nna ikwu. Thank you very much. Ekelela m gị. Biko ịma na ndị nna anyị ha sị na abụ na-ekpesi ikpe si emezi na apil, emebe apil ọ bụla ipili eziokwu. Ọ bụ na unu na-apili eziokwu a dịka isi site n'usoro iji onyokomita wee nyoo ihe a na-ekwu, anyị ga-asị biko ka a na-eme ọsịsọ, maka na agba mbọ atụ n'ogwe na ọrọkwa n'ogwe ka apịala akụ. N'afọ 2016 ya bụ Nimbo ofu ihe ebume, 2018 ofu Nimbo, I think ụzọ 2 years ago, now 2024 ọ ka bụkwa ofu okwu aka a na-ekwu na-agba mbọ atụ n'ogwe ọrụ ahụ bụ ka apịala akụ. Na biko nụ etu a ịnọ ihe ndị Igbo na-ayọ bụ dododo. Ọ bụ na onwe na ndị gọvanọ ara emetasị ya, ọ gị nwa bụ nna Igbo, ndị Igbo na-asị gị na gị na ndị ọlụ gị unu ga-akaba ahụ. Ọ bụ na ịdọ ndị gọvanọ aka na ntị bụkwa na ijikwanụ kọọlụ na-akpọte ha n'ụlọ ka ha marụ na ndị anụnwa nọkwa n'ebe a na ihe a na-eme adịghị mma, and na ndị mmadụ ọkachasị ndị anọghị nso n'ụlọ, maka na mgbe ụfọdụ ndị ọ na-ewutekarịkwa ọnụ bụ ndị anọghị nso n'ụlọ. O nweghị onye mazi etu nne ya ma ọ bụ nna ya kagoro nke ọ hapụ n'ụlọ, ma ọ dịzikwa ndụ, ma ndị nwaasị wakporo ha n'abalị ma ọ nwụọla. Ha nọrọ, ha agaghị anọkwatanwu. Bikonu, ọ bụrụ na ọ ga-adị Igbo niile mma, ana m ekwuchitere Igbo na nke a na-asị ha bikonu dododo n'unu neba ya anya. Nke ọzọ dị ka ibia bifo tupu m ahapụzie ndị mmadụ ka ajụ ajụjụ, biko onye ọbụla ga-ajụ ajụjụ, ọ bụrụ na echi ịjụ ajụjụ, ọ ga-akakwa mma na idetuo ya edetuo ka ngụpụta ya, mana ịchọkwa na ị ga-eji aka gị jụ, bikonu maximum 1 minute. Onye ọbụla ma mgbe ọbụla m na-enwe mkparịta ụka ọ karịa otu nkeji, achọkwaghị m ịma ma ị kwuola ma ike ekwubeghị, m ga-akwụsị gị. Ihe asụsụ ikpeazụ m ga-ajụ gị tupu m webataba ndị mmadụ ka ha jụọ gị ajụjụ bụ mgbe ị na-ekwu okwu esi na ọ ndị ụmụnne anyị nọ na Rivers ka o ruo ala iwepụta onye isi ọha na eze n'afọ na-abịa. Mụ onwe m makwara na iweta onye isi ọha na eze na-adị abịaba Jenụwarị o ruo mgbe o ji abụ. M wee sị gị, kedu ka ị si akwado maka
now, Biafrans, there is one more clip to go. It's about 5 minutes. And before then, I want to send the link for those of you, if you want to come in to talk, you are free to come in to talk. If you want to, or you want to ask your question, you can ask your question. But I'm sending the link now. You can come in and air your view, on our topic today. So I'm sending the link, and like I said, if you are coming in, your camera must be open. And whatever you want to ask, you can ask without whatever point you want to make, you can make the point without no insult. So I have to send the link now. So if you're interested to come in, you are free to come in. I think I have sent the link now. Let me send also on the Uchechi Ezumezu. I sent one on the Uchechi Ezumezu. So it's just one more video to go. Then on the same topic, what he said about our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, so I have sent the link on those of you on YouTube. You can see the link. Those of you on Facebook, the link is on Mazi Ezumezu and Uchechi and Mazi Ezumezu Uchechi. So if you're interested to come in, you can come in. If you want to, or if you want to write your question, you can write your question. So let's play the last video clip. Let's listen. And we so much appreciate Njenje Media for bringing this because media is powerful, because Nigeria mainstream media will not give Iwuanyanwu, Chief Iwuanyanwu this time. So we appreciate Njenje Media.
Maka iji gbapụta Nnamdi Kanu, biko ọ bụrụ na ị ga-egbu ya n'iche, ama na ikwubuola ya na mbụ, ma iji maka ndị anọghị mgbe e kwuru ya na mbụ, ka ọ bụrụ na ha ga-anụ ka ha nụ.
Well, onye Nnamdi Kanu case nọ na court. There are two ways ịgbapụta ya. Either ahapụ the court matter, anaga appeal, or a use political decision. Political decision means through the president. When election, unu hụrụ na ọhaneze support Peter Obi, because anyị ma na onye nke anyị nọrọ na power a ga-akpọpụta ya. Unu mara anyị ọhaneze support Peter Obi, Igbo niile support ya, vote ya, because o wuru anyị anya na ọ bụrụ na onye Igbo nọrọ na power, ọ ga-erelease ya. Now, mgbe Buhari nọ, onwe ihe anyị na-eme, Buhari ekweghị release ya. How much they are reason for whatever. And I before. I told me to repeat. The reason I needed the choke release the Kanu, because only a Kanu, as far as I am concerned, only anything to deserve to be there. Moment when meeting I'm last, I got Benjamin Kanu, Kamunaya, oh yeah, deputy speaker, he's a very powerful man too. Kamunaya with the president as early as possible. So Munaya, I'm not aware now, but Abuja this week. Ogram na president Meretafu, president Lotahala, that with the Hala thing Agapum. And I may check him open. But the point about it is that now Ima I know power deep in Nigeria. Or I can I with the political power. But anything that released now political decision is only the president. Or the president when you get instruction, what court, what the Attorney General has stop prosecution, MA release.
Okay, no.
That is what we are asking for. I have been in the court and I have up and down. Okay, but I president. I have from a southern coalition. Ndi South, Ndi Yoruba Fanifere, Nandi Ohanese, I have been together. So the whole of the South, under the Edwin Clark, Onisha, Onya, Dadanjo Onishin, that Fanifere, Namua Onishin, I make an open statement. Then I want them in the middle belt. So in Nigeria today, South, Southeast, Southwest, the whole of Middle Belt. Agala in meeting in Abuja about 2 months ago. In that meeting, I made a resolution that Kanu should be released. It was our resolution and a communique. I passed here, published here widely. So you can see that now, Nani Mwa, even Agadika President General Ohanese, and with them, Mandi South, Mandi Yoruba, Mandi Middle Belt, that we thought. On and in the far north, most of these Fulani good people and Hausa people who are not with us. So that is the truth about it. And then we are trying to get all those who behind. But once we get them, the whole country is saying it to be released. So there is no need for the president not to release him. Even I got far meet the question on Yorubas. But president have not been around for some time. When I met travel last time, Netherlands, from Netherlands, I got Saudi Arabia. This last week, this week I have an email. And then the other week was their Muslim thing. It was fasting and so on and so forth. So the truth about it, all their impact, because we believe that Ogenyaka for our security. Because once Nnamdi Kanu is released, then I am not because they released Nnamdi Kanu. I am why they're doing it. So we want him to be released, and then not Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu. I want it because I don't see what he has done. Because people who know anything, who just to talk about him suffering which is true. That is all he did, and I agree a lot. It's not an offense. It's not an offense. The only thing I got plebiscite. If the plebiscite works, fine. If it doesn't work, so there is no offense in it. So anybody who is telling him, and I want to see on the if anything happens to him, I have issued the notice to Nigerians. So they will not. The repercussion will be terrible. No, because he's my son. He's my son. I'm the father of all of them. And no father would like his son to be treated that way. And the boy is sick. Yes. The boy is sick.
Na-ekwu, anyị ekwutala okwu a ka ọ dị mma. A sịkwa na ọ bụrụ na ngwere nọ karịa n'oji ọ bụla aghọ. Anyị ga-eweta mkparịta ụka ya n'isi njedebe. Dịka isi wee kwa anyị nkwa, anyị ga-akaba ahụ na ọnwa na-abịa abịa ma ọ bụ ọnwa na-abụọ na-abịa abịa na anyị ga-akpọkọtakwa ndị Igbo ọnụ ka ha jụkwa ọnụ gị ajụjụ ọzọ sị ịkwa ndị a ikwere tata.
So this is all we can take for today. And don't want any question for here. So we have to wind down. And for those of you that are still believing on that voice circulated notes against Ohanese, against Chief Iwuanyanwu, I hope you have seen, you have heard the truth. You know, go get eziokwu now. So ihe ejide aka gụ wee wazie ji wee mazi ka ose adị mmadụ nke ihe enye mmadụ nke ihe eri. So eziokwu agbago onwe ya n'anwụ was lie and cheap blackmail against Iwuanyanwu, and it was sponsored by Okechukwu Isi Guzo. That boy, that man or that boy, you want them, only do the about that boy, about that toss that guy in that commit. So the truth happened, and we appreciate JJ Media for the job well done, because if not you, now because Nigerian mainstream media will not allow him, will not give him this chance. And that's also point out that we need a powerful media for a case like this. We need a powerful media for a case like this. And on this note, although I did not play it, Okwu that know that now when somebody asks him a question, that it's better we turn this question, this thing around, so that the Northerners have to apologize to us. Or say no, that I know we get me agency that they should ask. They should that the Northerners should ask to tender apology to Igbos. That's now all the okay, but now the best one is that is to put it on book. And know what the book and the now the title of that book will be our stories. This is our stories. He said that nobody will write our stories for us. Nobody will tell our story. So maybe in another program I can be able to bring that up again. So dear fans, I appreciate it for you that are listening to me. I appreciate you guys. You guys are or hardcore konobo. No, you guys are wonderful. For the senior company that came on my program today, I thank you, Mazi Cosmos Dulu, from United States of America. I will also appreciate PLO America, Mazi Emeka Iwuanyanwu, the national PLO of United States of America. I can We also appreciate Mazi Dakus. I can We also appreciate other people that are watching from YouTube. I can ma Chukwu ma ndị ọzọ ma ndị ma akpọrọ afọ wasị m udo duru unu. You guys are wonderful. I say on this note, I call it a day. I asụ onye afọ taa ka anyị afụ echi. Ndụ nka mmiri ama nta azụ amanwụ. Onye si na isi anyị na-awụ aja anyị eji isi wee chụọ aja. Na ọmụmụ egbu ngwu na mma amadịrị ya nkọ. Ilo na-atị na-egwu ana ọfọ n'ugwu enwelu mkpochi na Maazị Nnamdi ya apụta na Maazị Nnamdi ya dịka echi na echi ada agwụ na n'aka nne ya awụ ndụ n'aka nne ya awụ ndụ aka ekpe ya awụ ndụ. Onye na-achụ Maazị Nnamdi ya enwe gịnị ya enwe ada n'ihi na ọchụ nwa ọkụkọ nwa ada nwa ọkụkọ nwa ọsọ. Onye na-achụ Maazị Nnamdi ya enwekwa na ada. Onye Maazị Nnamdi ya achụ ya enwe ada. Ekelere unu asị m ndewo ndeje deme ọ ya mara anyị mma mbọsị eke mbọsị oye mbọsị afọ mbọsị nkwọ asị m ka ọ dịrị anyị na mma. Ndewo unu. Please, let's hit on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok at Ezumezu Ikechukwu. Let's make it on TikTok. I know we can do it. Ndewo unu. Please also subscribe on our YouTube so I can be able to use our little platform, our little space to bring the gospel to us. They wouldn't. Bye bye.